like to go to see a show, but Miss Kate said no. I'll tell you what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Katie Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Katie Casey knew what to do. Just to cheer up the boys she knew, she made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Hey kids, where do you want to go? That's right, to Uncle Nutsy's clubhouse. And boy, oh boy, are we going to have big fun today. We're going to have so much fun. We'll forget about how miserable we are and how much life sucks. And how we're all going to grow old and die someday.
I want to go home.
Shut up, you little weasel. Okay. Right now, I'd like to show you one of my favorite cartoons. It's a sad, depressing story about a pathetic coyote who spends every waking moment of his life in the futile pursuit of a sadistic roadrunner who mocks him and laughs at him as he's repeatedly crushed and maimed. Hope you enjoy it!
I apologize for Baltimore. I apologize for Baltimore. I apologize for Baltimore. I apologize for Baltimore.
Baltimore, you are seeing history being made today.
O-R-I-O-L-E-S. Magic, 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 magic. Orioles magic, Phillies magic.
Greetings, folks, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where tonight the Baltimore Orioles will be playing the Chicago White Sox in the second game of a 3-game series at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal, the BirdWatcher here. People call me BW for short. That works for me, folks. The Orioles have hit rock bottom, at least in relation to the 2026 season. I don't know. Using a phrase like rock bottom can be dangerous. Could it get worse? I guess for me, rock bottom is when you realize that the product you currently have on the field and the front office currently in place, without any changes, this team is not a winning team. They're not a playoff team. So to me, that's rock bottom. When you know that what you got isn't good enough. Yeah, it could be worse. We could lose 120 games, I guess. Maybe win 2 more games the rest of the way. But we know that that's not the deal. The deal is we're on the same pace we were last season. Somewhere around a 76 and 86 record. I mean, the numbers don't lie, folks. There's a lot of write-ups here with some stats showing what our records were at certain stages along this Mike Elias era. And last two seasons, this year and last year, we're pretty much the same exact place we were last year, folks. Except this year, we're supposed to have a brand new, prodigy manager, not just some interim manager fill-in guy. This manager is supposed to really make some sweeping changes to turn things around. We went out and brought in some players. Big contract, Pete Alonso. Team did spend some money. They have the past couple of seasons. Product is awful. Players are playing like they're just miserable out there. No focus. And now a new quote today from Craig Albanese, where apparently he's letting us fans know that the players are simply not able to handle the pressure that they're feeling from every time they open their phone, and for whatever stupid reason they go to some social media site to get a read on what people are thinking about them, and apparently they're not taking it well. So that's where we're at, folks. The modern age, where tech dictates how well a team can do. Whether it's the players focusing too much on social media, or the front office and coaching staff focusing too much on analytics. That's what I'm seeing here, folks. Victims of the modern age. Poor, poor team. It's lousy, folks. I want to see this organization get back to some basics. The word fundamental, right? It's a word often used in baseball in a positive way. Usually a good team execute what we like to call the fundamentals. But another way of using the word fundamental is to talk about the basics, like just simplifying. Getting back to the basics. Yeah, take the phones away, Mac. Take them away. You guys are Major League Baseball players. You guys have the absolute dream scenario of playing baseball for a living. Now, I know that doesn't make it an easy job. You got to work hard. And there are a lot of obstacles you got to hurdle. But look, this game has been around a long time. It's been a very popular sport for a long time. There's been pressure felt by players going back 100 years ago. When people in the stands were wearing three-piece suits and nice hats. It's nothing new. I want to read you the extended version of Craig Albanese's answers to some of these questions here the past couple of days. All right, folks, you ready for this? I'm going to be reading. Here's the question. You mentioned yesterday some players were feeling noise and outside distractions. What is kind of going on there? Is that social media? Is it trade chatter? What exactly are players dealing with right now? Albanese says, that was just more in generality. I think it's every player, this team, every team throughout the league, every sport, there's noise. It's just all part of it now with social media, with people pulling at them outside the game, and rightfully so. So I think it's, for any professional athlete, it's making sure that they can block out the outside noise and be able to go out and compete that night. All right, so our manager is saying the team's struggling. And a reason you can point to is that the players are feeling mopey about how they're being portrayed on social media. First of all, I thought that sort of childish crap was reserved only for, I don't know, the president. But I digress. But Craig, you're the manager. Manage it. Manage that situation. You're acting like it's out of your hands. What can I do, folks? Twitter and all. Next question. Have you seen this clubhouse handle that specifically? Quote, they've been great. Yeah, there hasn't been. Everyone kind of was like tongue-in-cheek when they got their DMs and the social media accounts and the different types of threats, which is always interesting and fun. Threats are fun? Are you talking about like a death threat sent by somebody on social media? Those are interesting and fun? Okay. And that's kind of it. That's all the chatter that really goes on in there. I have no idea what Albanese is saying. Next question. As manager, when those players are getting confronted with a lot of distractions or people on social media, do you communicate to the players? How do you let them know that that's something you can put aside? That's something you can ignore? Is that an individual thing, or is that something that you mention when you address the team? Quote, we addressed it in spring training in my initial meeting, and now it's just one-on-one conversations with the guys. How many ongoing conversations do you need? This should be a one-time sit-down, here's how we're going to do this conversation. Not periodically checking in. Hey, Gunner, are you feeling okay today, buddy? Because, yeah, I saw the post-game comments on the Orioles Twitter page after the final score was posted. And, boy, some folks said you really shit the bed. Are you doing all right there, buddy, today? We addressed it in spring training in my initial meeting, and now it's just one-on-one conversations with the guys. I know we have our own PR staff, and stuff like that helps them out. But also it's just making sure that our guys they're in the right headspace and are ready to go out and compete and make sure that the distractions are at minimal the best they can. Put your fucking phone down. You're not obligated to open up a phone and doom scroll your way to depression, going to places where you know if the team ain't playing well or you as an individual player are not playing well, guess what? If you go looking up your name to see what people are going to say, it ain't going to be good. What do you expect to see? Put your fucking phone down. This is a generational problem. Honestly. Players are stuck in social media. Front office is stuck in analytics. And everybody forgot how to just go out there and play baseball. I'll continue. Historically, over many years, Baltimore has been a place where you don't often hear home fans boo the home team. There were a few heard late last night. Maybe this ties into some of the things you were talking about, distractions and criticism and so forth from the team. But that's just it. Yes, Oriole fans, we're not like Philly fans or Yankee fans. We don't sit there and boo the team when we're at the ballpark on the field unless it's just absolutely we've lost, every other resource. Like, we're down. That's all we got left. And you start to hear some boos last night. But guess what? That's just the point. I've watched these games. The fans that come there, they're there to support you. They're not there barking crap at you. But you're going to put more emphasis on what some keyboard warrior in his basement who spends all day on social media writing toxic garbage. You're going to put more onus on what they have to say than what the fans that actually show up are doing out there. Play for them. Look at them. Look at the kids the parents are bringing to the ballpark that are just there to see these larger-than-life heroes go out there and hit the shit out of a baseball. Play for them. Think about them. Put the focus on that. If you need some sort of, validation from fans, look at them. Stop looking at Twitter, for God's sakes. Who the hell goes to Twitter expecting to get some sort of morale boost? It's a toxic dump. Get out of there. Where are we at? Folks, first pitch is less than 5 minutes away. And I need to go over the starting pitching matchup and the lineups. So there's another quote and a half left to go, but I need to, for now, get back to getting ready for this ball game. Game 2 tonight. Here's the pitching matchup for the Orioles. It's going to be Trey Gibson, possibly his last start for some time, with Dean Kremer coming back into the rotation as early as tomorrow. I've yet to see that confirmed, but all signs point to Kremer getting activated and pitching this series finale tomorrow afternoon. Sure, Kremer will be happy to see that the heat index for that game in the middle of the afternoon is going to probably be about 107 degrees. Anyway, Gibson with a record of a win and 2 losses, a 5.64 ERA, and a whip of 1.65. That's in 30 and a third innings, giving up 31 hits, 25 strikeouts to 19 walks. He's given up 5 home run balls. Erick Fedde will get the baseball for the White Sox, a right-hander, a veteran. He's been around, 2-6 record for Chicago, a 4.34 ERA, a 1.42 whip. That's in 74 and 2/3 innings, 76 hits, struck out 50, walked 30, has given up 14 home run balls. The lineups for the visiting White Sox, leading off and doing the catching, is Kyle Teal. Miguel Vargas will bat second and play third. Andrew Benintendi will DH and hit third. Colson Montgomery at shortstop is the cleanup hitter. Braden Montgomery will bat fifth and play right field. Chase Mydroth is at second base hitting sixth. Tristan Peters, the center fielder, batting seventh. And I'm going to have to look up this guy's name again because I forget, even though he played last night. Jacob Gonzalez is batting eighth. He is the first baseman tonight. And batting ninth, Junior Perez. He is in left field. For the Orioles, probably the biggest thing to pop off this lineup is that Dylan Beavers is going to bat third tonight. Adley Rutschman not in the lineup. Gunnar Henderson will lead off and play shortstop. He's back to leading off, I guess, every day. Taylor Ward will DH tonight and bat second. Dylan Beavers hitting third. He's playing left field with Ward DHing. Pete Alonso, the cleanup hitter, at first base. Samuel Basayo will do the catching and bat fifth. Leody Taveras in right field will hit sixth. Colton Cowser, the only guy that's keeping me from completely losing my shit, will bat seventh and play center field. Blaze Alexander hitting eighth at third base. And finally, it's Jackson Holliday at second base, batting ninth. Folks, game time temperature 89 degrees, and I'm sure it's humid. Hazy skies. Home plate umpire tonight is Mark Wegner, and I do know that name, so keep an eye out for that as well. Orioles are 8 games under 500. They're on a pace to finish with the same record they did last year. It is now at a point where somebody posted teams with this record that went on to make the playoffs at this stage. You can count them on one hand, folks, and you'd still have a couple of fingers left over. The Orioles, in order to make the playoffs, are going to have to do something that even just going back to the era of the wild card, which is what now, about 20 years of that or so, they're going to have to do something that's very rarely been done at this stage. And, they're going to have to get super, super hot. Otherwise, we are what we've been for the first 80-something games of the season, which is a below-average team that can show flashes of what they're capable of in a given game here or there, but not with any amount of consistency to build a team with a winning record. But hey, folks, Masson's on, and boy, look at all those giveaways. Oh, there's my pickleball paddle giveaway. Oh, give me that. It'll make me happier about the state of the team. Just keep giving me some swag and some merch that I can just throw into a side closet. I don't care about the giveaways. Folks, If you're watching along with me, please do me a favor and get synced up with me. You're probably going to see the first pitch before me. I am once again watching on an alternative stream. We'll see how that goes, but I took my time this morning to find what looks to be a much more reliable place, and so far it's been good, fingers crossed. But yeah, after the first pitch you see, go ahead and pause your game, but who knows, maybe there's not too much of a difference in time here. Because last night I felt like we were a lot closer to, instead of like a 20-second difference, it was down to like 5. All right, so Kyle Teal is in the on-deck circle right now, getting ready to lead off, begin the ball game. Vargas and Benintendi after that. Folks, we got about 70 people here right now. Please hit that like button. Let's get it out of the way. And I do want to say to everybody that has showed up tonight, good on you. I don't know, maybe you're just a glutton for punishment. Maybe you've got some of that, what do you call it? I don't know. You're the type of person that enjoys going to the dentist. I don't know. But you're here. Thank you for being here. Let's try to have some fun. Look, folks, I don't know how this team is going to pan out. Right now, I'm taking the approach of, you got to prove something to me before I invest any more emotions into you. I'm going to watch. I'm going to support. I'm going to wait for them to turn this thing around. But until we make some significant changes from the front office on down, I just don't know how much turning around we can do in this season. Folks, first pitch of the ball game is swung on and fouled away by Kyle Teal. We are underway here in Game 2 against the White Sox. 0-1 on Teal, who's hitting .227 with just 1 homer, 6 RBI. 0-1 pitch is a fastball inside to even up the count at 1-1. Again, folks, hit that like button, please. Let's get it up to 50 here. We can do it. Slider bounces into the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. And while I'm at it, bring back the ground screw shed. Get rid of the pure wanker pavilion and bring back the ground screw shed. Folks, there's just so many aspects of this organization that are trending in the wrong direction. And it's time to start calling it out. And as fans, collectively demand some changes. 3-1 the count on Teal now. And the pitch, that is a curveball that missed, and Gibson walks the first batter he faces on 5 pitches. Not promising there. But we're going to have fun. Look, folks, I can only be so upset day in and day out for so much. Part of my dealing with my emotions is just learning how to transition into a different state of mind. A state of mind that allows me to maintain some decent amount of good mental health. You feel me, folks? Here's Miguel Vargas on an 0-1 pitch. He fouls it back. It's 0-2. Charm City chat, how are you guys doing? Why does Camden Yards always look so empty? Celia, actually, during the opening series, we had some pretty nice crowds. Swing and a miss. Vargas strikes out for the first out of the ball game. We had a crowd of about 30,000 just a couple of nights ago. But we've lost 3 straight. The team is playing very poorly, and the weather is very hot. There is a pretty big holiday week here coming up. And if you think the turnout tonight is bad, wait till you see tomorrow afternoon when the sun is beating down on the crowd with a temperature heat index apparently well over 100 degrees. Folks, Andrew Benintendi at the plate. We didn't see him in game one. Veteran left-handed hitter is up there now with a count of 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch from Gibson is shot down the right field line for extra bases. Taveras is digging it out of the corner. He kind of double clutch. A runner is going to come all the way around from first to score. It's an RBI double. And 3 batters into the ball game, the White Sox have a lead of 1-0. Yep, day game tomorrow, Shirley. The Orioles then travel to Cincinnati. Hey, Todd, I'm just trying to appeal to the American crowd. I rock Celsius over here myself in this side of the world. 1-0 White Sox. As Trey Gibson first pitch to Colson Montgomery, a high fastball, and Montgomery took a swing and missed. What do you mean we can't be doing any worse than the Yankees? Are you in a playoff spot right now? Are you playing well above 500 right now? The answers are yes and yes, and this is why I don't quite understand Yankee fan mentality. No offense, but no, they're comparing. You know the expression comparing apples with oranges? That would be comparing apples with Pop-Tarts. I mean, it's not even. Wait, that's a food. That's still too close. Comparing apples with 8-track players. There's no comparing that. That is a strikeout. 2 down in the inning.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Gibson strikes out Braden Montgomery. I'm sorry, he struck out Colson Montgomery. Here is Braden Montgomery. Do you have to have back-to-back Montgomerys? Hey, folks, maybe the White Sox, we can trade Ward to them at the deadline, and then they can have a lineup of Montgomery Ward. Sorry, folks, just a little department store humor. Gibson falls behind Braden Montgomery 2-0. 2 down, a run already in, and another one at second base for the White Sox. The pitch is high, 3-0. Do I think Basayo is the future? Well, Todd, he's the only one of our young, highly touted prospect players to come up and get handed a contract extension to keep him here beyond his service time years. So, by definition, whether you like it or not, yes, he is the future. Now, you could talk about, is he the future at the catcher position? That's a whole different conversation. That I'm not so sure about. But in terms of being a regular in this lineup for years to come, yes, he's the future. First and second, he's also the present. 2 down, and the pitch to Chase Mydroth is a strike. Mydroth is hitting .277. Have the Orioles been hitting the ball? I don't know. Recent results would say no. Even the one win we have, and we've lost 5 out of 6. The one win we have in that stretch, we scored 3 runs and left a shit ton of guys on base. Sorry, folks. Oh, by the way, if you guys want to casually curse, go ahead. I don't care right now. 0-2 to Mydroth is a curveball, low and away, a ball and 2 strikes. Two on and 2 out. Well, I mean, Rob, you don't have to abuse it just for the sake of it. You went right to the number one 4-letter word. You don't want to start off with, I don't know, maybe a dag nabbit? Work your way up a little bit? Whatever. Folks, this channel for the remainder of the season is somewhere now between a PG-13 and an R-rated channel. So just parental guidance is suggested. Parental guidance. Here's the payoff pitch, and that is low for ball 4, and that'll load up the bases. Here comes Drew French. I don't believe it. It's a first inning mound meeting. Folks, alert the media. Somebody get the Baltimore Sun on the phone right now. The Orioles are going to have a mound meeting. 2 down, bases loaded, a run in. The next batter up is Tristan Peters. Folks, we're 2 likes from 50. Let's get there, please. Hey, by the way, while we have this mound meeting, let's try to get some names in here. George Ford, Anita Helton, Daniel Berry, Edward Bowers, QC in Can. I don't know if I said that right. Nicholas Handy, Shante Holland, Christopher Haas, Tremella Wright, Charm City Tony, 411 Shirley, Brian Mitch, Mac Wilder, Celia. We're about to see the next pitch here, folks. It is, again, Tristan Peters at the plate. Bases loaded, 2 down. The first pitch, hit on the ground, right to second base. Holiday will get it to Alonso, and the inning is over. The White Sox score in the opening frame. It could have been a lot worse. They left the bases loaded. At the end of half an inning, it's the White Sox 1 and the Orioles are coming up. Gibson walked 3 batters in that inning. He walked 3 batters in that inning, throwing 24 pitches, only 11 for strikes. My, oh my. Ronald Duffney is here. Todd Foster. Jim Ruark. Thomas Fitzpatrick. Hey, what's going on, Fitz? Whoops, wrong button. How you doing, Fitz?
Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry.
And looks like all these are repeats going forward. Brad M. There's a new name. Matt Abel. All right, I think I'm caught up, everybody. Folks, we have a very early afternoon game tomorrow. I think it's 12:35 p.m. first pitch, which would be 11:35 p.m. for me, which means I'll have to wake up at 10:30 at night. So when the hell do I sleep? I don't think I will be. So, but there's an off day after that, so I'm probably going to have to pull a long day today. Hey, if you see me wearing this shirt for Game 3, for what for you is tomorrow, just keep in mind for me, it's just later tonight. Probably off day next day. Probably a good day for laundry anyway. Folks, let's talk about my laundry or any other topic to take my mind off the way the Orioles have been playing. Let's see if we've got our hitting shoes on today, folks. Gunnar Henderson, who did have a decent game at the plate yesterday, batting leadoff. Did it help the team play well otherwise? Not really, but here we go. First pitch from Erick Fedde, and that is a called strike on the outside black. Gunnar's average is at 224. 16 homers and 39 driven in. His OPS is barely over 700 right now. It's barely over 700. Remember the 900 OPS, Gunnar? I think we'd all be happy with an 800 OPS, Gunnar. And right now he's at 706. A couple of more bad games, and we're talking about a guy with an OPS in the 600s, which is not only not good enough for hitting where he is in the lineup, but I mean, that's just plain bad. Come on, Gunner. We got a 1-2 count. And Gunner with a line drive up the middle. There's a base hit. Well, has to be said. Small sample size, but instant results moving Gunner to the leadoff spot. He had a leadoff double last night, a leadoff single here up the middle. Just to the right side of the second base bag, if you're looking at it from the hitter's perspective. Here is Taylor Ward. And he takes a swing and a miss on a 83-mile-an-hour sweeper from Fedde.
Taylor?
How do they come up with a batting average? How do you mean? Ward lifts one to left field. It will be playable. Well shy of the track in left center. For out number 1, Gunner retreats to first base. Kanye West is here, folks. Or Key West. Sorry, I read that wrong. All right, 1 down, runner at first for Dylan Beavers, batting third tonight. First pitch. And just, the late call by the ump. It's a strike on the outside. Just kissing the edge there.
Nice beaver.
Thank you.
And this pitch is a sweeper that wraps around the bottom outside corner of the zone, drops a bit low for ball 1. 1-1 on Dylan Beavers. Alonso would be next. Swing and a miss. Beavers chased a ball above the zone. A high fastball. Ward is always going for home runs? Well, he's only got a handful of them. I feel like I could name at least 5 guys instantly that are way more susceptible to trying to hit home runs than Ward is. Like Gunner or Mayo. Who else? Sammy sometimes. Here's a check, and that's a close play to first. Henderson is back. I think Ward got a little addicted to trying to walk every time he went up there. If there was any sort of addiction, it was that. 1-2 on Beavers. Here's the pitch. In on the hands and fouled away. We'll do it again. Hello. Hello, Brad. Do they average X number of games if it was the whole season? It seems to me it would be impossible to get it up or down. Mac, I'm still confused. There's a breaking ball, and the White Sox are going to challenge this backdoor sweeper, and I think they're going to win it. I think they're going to win this, and they do. That ball, half of the baseball is in the zone on the outside. A perfect backdoor breaking ball there. And that's the second out. Beavers strikes out. That'll bring up Pete Alonso.
A polar bear stirs.
I'm sorry, Mac. I'm not trying to be difficult, Mac. I'm just having a little trouble with my comprehension skills. Like, I'm not sure how, I can't tell if you're asking this simple question of how a batting average is, calculated, or if it has something to do with qualifying for something. What has it always been? Something like you have to average something like 4.1 plate appearances a game or something. I don't know, usually works out to about 450, 460 at bats, I think, till you hit that threshold for the season. Let's say you have a 300 average. Is that yes populated? My God, Mac, I'm even more confused. What does yes populated mean? I don't know. I want to know. 1-1 the count on Alonso. And a front door sweeper hits the inside edge for strike 2. And Alonso's going to challenge it, and we're going to lose. You got to be kidding me. The entire baseball is in the zone. Alonso showing the frustration of having challenged. Your word populated. All right, I'm going to have to ask everybody else here. Could somebody help me out to explain what Mac is talking about, please? I don't want to sound like an ass, but I'm honestly completely lost. This is a pitch breaking low and away. 2-2 on Alonso.
A polar bear stirs.
Folks. I swear this isn't a bit, Mac. I'm trying to figure it out. That is ball 3. Very high to Alonso. Full count. And that means with a runner at first base and 2 down, that base runner will get a head start. Payoff pitch coming to the polar bear. Up and in. That is ball 4. Ball 4 to Alonso. Puts runners at first and second.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Yeah, Mac, again, I can't even seem to find anybody else to make sense of what you're talking about. I don't know what. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, folks, Sammy Basayo. Help us out, Sammy. I was mid-thought and you said populated. I couldn't explain it. What? I said populated. Sammy, right center field. That ball's going to get down in the gap. We got a runner coming around the score. We've got a tie ball game, a 2-out RBI single for Sammy.
Sammy.
We're tied at 1. Folks.
It's magic. You know. It's magic. On a magic carpet ride. On a magic carpet ride. You believe in magic. Break out.
The batter is Leody Taveras. 1-1 ball game in the first. 2 on, 2 out. The pitch. Outside, on the outside edge, a backdoor sweeper for a strike. Fedde is doing pretty good with his pitch location, but the Orioles have done well to rally here to tie up the game. Let's try to get one more big hit to take a lead. Pitch is high. It's a ball and a strike to Taveras.
Oh, come on, let's dance.
Oye, están hablando por ahí de que first day of Christmas, second day.
So I said the word populated. What was the context of me using the word populated? I don't know. Help. I need somebody. Help. Taveras pops it up to shallow center. Long run in, but time to now camp under it and make the catch. The inning is over. Caught out there in center field by Peters. The Orioles leave 2 men on base, but they do tie the ball game. Both teams leave men on in the first inning. 3 for the White Sox, 2 for us. So pretty evenly matched through 1 inning, folks. Tied at 1. Both teams could have gotten more, but that's just 1 frame. 8 more to go. A populated batting average. I don't know what that means either. I'm lost. I have no idea. Hey, folks, Again, if you're feeling good about the Orioles, here's a little motivational speech from my friend Weird Al Yankovic as he hosts another edition of Uncle Nutsy's Clubhouse. Be right back. Where are we at? Be right back.
Hey, kids. Where do you want to go? That's right, to Uncle Nutsy's Clubhouse. And boy, oh boy, are we going to have big fun today. We're going to have so much fun. We'll forget about how miserable we are and how much life sucks. And how we're all going to grow old and die someday.
I want to go home.
Shut up, you little weasel. Okay. Right now, I'd like to show you one of my favorite cartoons. It's a sad, depressing story about a pathetic coyote who spends every waking moment of his life in the futile pursuit of a sadistic roadrunner who mocks him and laughs at him as he's repeatedly crushed and maimed. Hope you enjoy it!
All right. Jacob Gonzalez at the plate for Chicago. First pitch is a strike. Gibson's 0-1 pitch is up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. I wonder if we'll get that part of Trey Gibson's start where he looks really good. You know how he has that ability to pitch like 2 really good innings? This one's fouled away on a pitch inside. The count is 1-2. Surely this group loves you. Can you feel the love tonight? The 1-2 pitch. Ooh, called strike 3 on the inside edge. Nice pitch there by Gibson. Sit down, Gonzalez.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Are there things that make you angry? Are there things that make you angry?
Here is the number 9 batter, Perez. He shows bunt, and he went around on it. Strike 1, missed the bunt. Perez hitting .250. The 0-1, that one up and in and fouled away. 0-2 the count. Somewhere around pitch 50 or 60. I know, Phantom, that start after 4 innings, he ended that 4th inning with back-to-back strikeouts. You remember me calling it when we got to the 5th and they went to the pen? I'm sitting there going, why? I was thinking it had to be injury related. Had no idea in the moment that they pulled him because they thought it was smart to just empty out the entire bullpen. Just another WTF moment. You pull him right in the middle of his good part of his start. But I know Auburn has said, well, the top of the lineup's coming up, lefties galore. Fine, have a lefty ready. Bring him in if Gibson ain't working it, but give him a chance. 2-2 pitch up and in, swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Trey Gibson. If I had a batting average, would it be every at-bat of the season or just your last 30? It's all right, Max. So, okay, I get it. You're watching a game on the TV, right? And a player comes up to hit for the first time, and they show you an average, home runs, and RBI. That average you're looking at is his average for the course of the current season. That's it. There's no other sample size or anything. Any other kind of average, they would need to tell you specifically why this average is this average. whether it be average with runners in scoring position, average when there are 2 out, average off lefties versus righties. All those other averages will come with some sort of an asterisk. If you're just looking at plain batting average, that's what you're hitting over the course of a season, from game 1 all the way to the end. All right? If that was what you were originally asking, I hope that's settled. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Kyle Teal. It's low and in for ball 2. That was a fastball at 96. Teal walked his first time up. Gibson looking for a nice 1-2-3 inning here in the second. You got the 8 and 9 hitters out, now trying to get that leadoff man, and that leadoff man just smacked a base hit in the right center field. So no 1-2-3 inning. Teal reaches for the second time in as many innings. And Gibson will go back to work with 2 down and a runner at first. I hope we put that. Hey, folks, we're up to 70 likes. We can get to 100. We got over 160 people here. Just remember, folks, you don't have to like how the team is playing. That's not what the like means. You're not thumbs-upping the team. You're thumbs-upping the channel that you're watching and helping it grow. 1-0 pitch inside. It's 2-0. Pitch number 40 of the evening is a strike right down the middle from Gibson, a cutter to Miguel Vargas. It's that time of the evening, these early evening starts where the sun is just baked onto the warehouse bricks. Here's a ground ball in the hole at short. Gunnar goes to second, gets the force there, and that'll end the inning. Gibson gives up 1 base runner, but it's a much easier inning than the first one. No runs given up. White Sox have left 4 through the first 2 innings. We go to the bottom of the second, tied at 1 apiece. All right. Hey, kids, where do you want to go? To Uncle Nutsy's clubhouse. And boy, oh boy, are we going to have big fun today. I want to show you a cartoon about a sadistic roadrunner. Folks. Oh, here's the other quote here. So, Albertus said, the fans have every right to boo. It's one of those things where, yeah, we play the game to win, to go out there and have fun. To go out there and have fun, Albie, I have not seen any fun. The only attempt at fun I've seen anywhere with this team lately is that awful quote from the previous day explaining why Gunner's batting leadoff because Ward has to run a long way from left field before taking that at-bat in the bottom of the first. That's the only attempt I've seen at fun with this team lately. Nobody's smiling. Everybody looks miserable when they pop out or ground out. Everybody's slumping their shoulders. Everybody's slamming their helmets down. Sammy's breaking bats over his leg. Is that your idea of fun? There's no fun, dude. The quote continues, at the end of the day, this is a game, making sure our guys are going out and having fun. Oh, I read that already. But also, we're trying to go out there and win every night. Are you? We have not been playing our best baseball, haven't you? And the fans that are there, they're paying their hard-earned money to watch us play and win and play good baseball and competitive baseball, right? They have every right to boo. Well, you're a Boston guy. I mean, if anybody should be used to that, it's being a Boston guy. It's our job for us to go out there and give this city and the fans something they can stand behind and have pride in. Okay, well, right now we don't have that, and it's your job to provide that. Hello? There's one more quote to go over, folks, but now it's back to baseball. Colton Cowser is at the plate. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Folks, again, I hope you're synced up with me. If you are ahead of me, then who's next? Blaze Alexander. When Blaze comes up, pause your game after his first pitch. Allow me to catch up to call that same pitch, and then you unpause and you're synced up. But hopefully you guys are all synced up with me. Hauser right now with a count of 2 balls, no strikes. Again, the only guy on this team I feel lately that's been fun to watch, at least from among the position players. There's certainly a handful of pitchers that are doing everything they can in these tough, in this tough stretch of bad losses. It's 3-0 now on the Milkman, leading off the inning. Hey, maybe they'll bring that pasture section back to left field corner, although Hauser proving that he really does belong in center field. There's a strike. It's 3-1. Hello, Frank. 3-1 pitch. Outside ball 4. Hauser draws a walk. And a leadoff walk at that.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Hauser stole a base last night, among other things. And again, I'm enjoying watching the way he's playing the game. I got a feeling if he's got an opportunity to steal here, he's going to take it. Try to inject some life into this offense. Here's Blaze Alexander, first pitch. Had the plate a little bit low. The White Sox are going to challenge. I think they might lose this one. If they do, both teams only have one challenge left. And this pitch is low. So challenge wasted by Chicago on the first pitch of the sequence to Blaze Alexander. Again, just situationally, makes no sense to me to challenge there. So the count would have been 1-0 instead of 0-1. You can still, as a pitcher, work with that. So here's the 1-0 pitch, and Blaze hits it out to right center field. Actually, straightaway right field, and the catch is made. There you go. One pitch later, on a 1-0 count, Blaze flies out, and the White Sox get the out, but lose a challenge for no reason in the process. It's nice to see that we're not the only team that does this, but I truly don't understand why these players just don't seem to collectively as a whole understand when it's right to challenge, when it makes sense. Jackson Holliday takes low for ball 1. Holliday hitting 208. Runner at first, 1 out. And a snap throw over to that runner. Hauser is back in there. I miss the days of the old school hit and run. The Orioles, I think I can count on one nose how many of those they've tried. There goes Hauser. Here's a swing, and that'll keep the Orioles out of a double play. That's why you do it, folks. Holliday, it was a slow roller to second, and Holliday's speed probably isn't a double play. But the point is, get that guy running. You might steal a base. You might avoid a double play. If it's a ball hitting the outfield, you might get an extra base to third out of it that you might not have otherwise. There's all kinds of good reasons to do it. Hauser's at second base right now with Gunnar at the plate, 2 down. Let's see if Gunnar can get that 2-out RBI. First pitch outside for ball 1.
His name's Gunnar and he's dating my mom.
Gunnar, that's your buddy Hauser out there. Bring him in. Outside, even farther away, 2-0. Lock in, Gunnar. Got a chance to give us the lead here. Hauser with good speed. Anything to the outfield will score him. There's a sweeper hitting that backdoor edge for strike one. Fedde really pinpoint with that sweeper pitch. Pretty impressive. 2-1, and Gunnar gets under it, hits it out to left field, ranging toward the foul line, but with plenty of time and room. Catch is made and left to end the inning. Orioles leave a man on, and at the end of 2, we're tied at 1 apiece. That's Perez making that catch in left field. So only 2 innings, and these 2 teams have combined to leave 7 men on base already. 4 for Chicago, 3 for us. That's not good. All right, so here's the final quote in this Q&A with Albanese. Question, do you think that's the coach's responsibility to steer that focus, or does that ultimately just come down to the players and their ability to block those things out themselves? No, 100% it's definitely on the coaches. Also the players, too. If it's 100% on the coaches, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't a math genius, but it feels like if it's 100% something, then there's no room for it to be something else, too. I can't read Albanese's quotes anymore. I can't read them. Look, I get it. I get it on the highest level of sports, whether it's you're a basketball coach or NFL head coach or baseball manager or whatever. You got to sit there and talk in a certain way, you know, to not ruffle feathers or whatever. But I swear, Albanese just doesn't know how to do it with the media. He does not understand how to answer questions. And for the fans, it just comes off either being aloof, or in case of that question about Ward not hitting leadoff because he's got to make a long way back to the dugout from left field. If that was a joke, then he's tone deaf about when to joke around. It's concerning. That Boston accent is starting to wear thin with me. I got to be honest. Here's Andrew Benintendi leading off, folks. Gibson's first pitch had the plate, but it's low for ball 1. RBI double for Benintendi in the first. Next pitch, strike 1-1 the count. All right, let me get rid of this one. Sick of looking at it. 1-1 pitch, swung on. Got some chalk off that foul line as it goes toward the ball boy near the tarp on the right side of the field. He sneaks that ball under the screen, and it winds up in the hands of what looks to be about a 13-year-old kid. I was that 13-year-old kid once at Memorial Stadium. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gibson does that rock behind the head with the glove and then goes into the windup. There's a hard hit ball, and it's a fair ball off of Alonso down to the right field corner, but it's dug out quickly by Taveras. And what looked like a double off the bat of Benintendi will only be a long single. A leadoff single for Chicago. Alonso, looks like that ball hit off his wrist, or maybe a little higher up on the forearm. The batter now is Colson Montgomery. He takes a strike, a fastball on the inside edge. Montgomery 0 for 1, striking out back in the first. Tied at 1 in the top of the third. White Sox have the leadoff man on at first. And this ball is blasted to right. Taveras isn't even moving. That ball is going to land on Utah Street. Colson Montgomery hits a ball onto Utah Street, and the White Sox lead it 3-1, 440 feet beyond the gates to Utah. Folks, if Kremer's schedule was just one day different than it is, Kremer could have been making this start. Instead, Dino's going to pitch tomorrow, and Gibson will get phased out. But it's looking like another not too helpful start here from Trey Gibson. Braden Montgomery's up. And that curveball didn't curve. It wound up above the belt and outside for ball one. Pitch fouled back. It's 1-2. I need a lucky. Now we're having fun. Low and away. The count is 2-2 on Braden Montgomery. Gibson's delivery inside, full count. I'm really, really down, guys. There's no like trying to like spin it. This team is dysfunctional right now. Three-two pitch that misses ball four. So after giving up a 2-run bomb to begin the inning, third batter walks. How about another mound meeting? Here comes Sammy. What the hell happened to this team? I don't think it's going to take forever to correct, Johnny. I really don't. It's going to take forever to correct if we can't go out there and find a good GM. But if you find the right GM, that right GM is going to clean house in terms of the coaching staff, and then that coaching staff is going to do a much better job at coaching up these players. It's going to have a domino effect. But again, you got to address this problem from the top. That's the only way. This trade deadline is meaningless. You can move a player, you can bring a player in. It's not going to change the culture of this team. You could fire Albernes tomorrow. Not going to matter if Elias is the one replacing him. You got to cut this thing off at the head. Period. And I was a defender of Elias up until probably about this time last year. I've given him a chance. 3-0 pitch is low for ball four. It's a 4-pitch walk. Back-to-back walks after a 2-run homer. First 4 batters in the inning reach. And if we have any designs on competing in this ball game, it looks like we're going to need to maybe get Albert up in the bullpen. Kevin Brown's talking about how impressive the home run was. Yeah, again, tone deaf. Have you seen any of these Masson pregame shows? The one before yesterday's loss, everybody's sitting there cutting up and joking. And again, this was after reading Albernez's joke of a interview question about Ward not leading off. I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, like, are you guys basically trying to like gaslight the fans into thinking everything's hunky-dory? Like, what is this? I mean, I get it. You can't expect a broadcast team to just sit there and be as blunt and sound as pathetic as I do right now, but don't sit there and act like we're having a good time right now either. Come on. Peters with a 1-2 pitch. That ball's hit toward shallow right center, and it's going to bounce in there for a base hit. Throw to second base to try to get a force, with the runner needing to hold up to make sure it wasn't caught. But that throw is late, and that'll be bases loaded now, nobody out. 5 straight have reached now off of Gibson to begin the inning. Gibson has gotten 6 outs. He has given up 5 hits and 5 walks to earn those 6 outs. Oh yeah, Phantom, I don't doubt you. Again, it's all part of this presentation that yeah, I'm not happy about it, and luckily I don't have to hear most of it during the game because I'm the one talking while they're talking. 1-0 on Jacob Gonzalez, who, with the bases loaded coming into this at-bat, is 3 for 3. He is now 4 for 4 as he serves one into left center field. 2 runs are going to come in to score. Throw is over to third base. It is 5-1 White Sox. Absolutely, one man makes a difference. You get the right GM here, they start bringing in the right people themselves, and this thing can turn around a lot faster than you might think. Because it's not like this team is just devoid of any talent in the organization. There's plenty of talent with the right kind of discipline or attitude adjustment, with the right kind of coaching staff and manager in place. Some of these guys might need to go, but not a lot of them really don't have to go. Here's a fly ball to right center field and deep. Going back, still going back, and that's a 3-run homer by the number 9 batter. It's 8-1. Fuck this. I gotta walk away. 8-1 on a 3-run homer by the number 9 batter. 8 runs! Gibson still hasn't gotten an out in the inning. The Orioles apparently don't give a shit about trying to win today or any other day. I'll be back. 8-1. You might miss me call some pitches. I need a break. Sorry.
He met a strange friend in the Chesapeake Bay when Monday the Monster...
I apologize for Baltimore. I apologize for Baltimore.
Big buck, stop it all.
I apologize for Baltimore. I apologize for Baltimore.
Trey Gibson strikes out Kyle Teal for the first out of the inning. One out as the White Sox have batted around to get to that first out. Miguel Vargas fouls one away. Here's a pitch outside, 1-1. So they're going to let Gibson, who doesn't have it, he's on 70 pitches now. They're going to make him throw more pitches in a game where he's given up at least 8 runs than the previous start where he was doing well and they pull him after 4. How incompetent can this team be run? Honestly, just pick a random person off the street, throw some decisions into some folded pieces of paper into a hat, have them draw it, and the odds of better decisions are going to be just as good as what we got going on here. Here's a pop-up to second base. Holiday's got it. 2 down. You wanted a joke yesterday, Albertez? Well, then I'm going to treat you like a joke. Since we're all having fun joking, Andrew Benintendi takes a strike. It's 0-1. 2 down, bases empty. 7 runs in. And a check swing. He went around. He went pretty much all the way around. It's 0-2 on Benintendi, who already has a hit in the inning. "33 pitches in this inning. And that 0-2 pitch missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And with this next pitch, Gibson will have thrown as many pitches as he did in the start that they pulled him when he was doing well. Make it make sense, folks. And that ball missed. It's 2-2. So he will have thrown more pitches in a game where he gives up 8 runs while only getting 8 outs. That's a ball, a curveball, low and in, full count. Honestly, it's like you pick somebody from Mozambique who's never even heard of the game of baseball and had them run the team. There's ball 4, folks. Here's a walk. It's just the 6th walk for Gibson, and here comes Albarnez. Yay! Yeah, look at the vibes. Look at those vibes. Can you feel the vibes, folks? Here comes Josh Walker, the lowest guy on the bullpen totem pole, just caught up a day or 2 ago. Gonna come in here and we'll see. Whatever. Right? Whatever. Pitching change. Oh, am I still off screen? Good. I'm going to stay off screen for a minute.
He met a strange friend in the Chesapeake Bay when Monday the Monster...
How about this organization do something as a gesture of goodwill to the fans that do bother to show up at this stage? For example, here's an idea. Tomorrow, again, the temperature is expected to be extremely hot in a day game, middle of the afternoon. It's going to be nasty out there. It's going to be disgusting. It's going to be uncomfortable. And then you got the product that we're looking at out there as well. You know, You know what you could do that I bet this Orioles organization is not ever going to even think to do? How about you just have unlimited free water available to the fans that go out there tomorrow? Just a little, it's not an extravagant gesture. It's probably going to set you back, I don't know, $5,000 or something to do that. Because I'm not expecting more than about 5,000 people to show up. Go out there and buy a bunch of cases of bottled water and just hand them out to people right there in the stands. Do something nice. Something. Or hard liquor. Folks, it's Colson Montgomery up again. Last time up, he hit a home run onto Utah Street. 2 down, runner at first. And the 1-0 pitch is popped up. Left field, shallow. Caught by Ward, and the inning is over. The nightmare is over. 7 runs for the White Sox. Turns a 1-1 tie into an 8-1 blowout. We go to the bottom of the third, down by a touchdown. Free tickets would be asking too much, Matt, although, again, I used to write for the Premier League in England, and that is something they would do. If a team really crapped the bed, they would refund the fans their money because they know they can absorb it. They're still rich. I'm just so sick of rich people in general running shit. If you just show a little bit of philanthropy, you're still rich. So how about you hook up the fans with, again, a gesture of some sort? That would be nice. Oh, yeah. We can talk about all the things organizationally that needs to be addressed. Again, I'm just considering something that you can do tomorrow that's just simple and letting the fans know, we know it's bad. Here. Don't worry about paying $5 for a bottle of water. Here, it's free today. Just something. Something. The idea I'm coming up with is like the most minimal thing ever, but it's something. It's a gesture. Oh, there's no promotional tie if we just give away water. There's no promotional tie. We don't have an agreement with some other corporation and whatever product tie-in that sponsors the giveaway with their little logo on whatever the giveaway is. We can't just give water out. What are you, nuts? Taylor Ward looks at ball 1. Erick Fedde back to work. Next pitch fouled straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. $10 beer night. How about 10-cent beer? Yeah, let's do some old Bill Veck promotions. Demolition Disco Derby. The count is 1-2 on Taylor Ward. First of all, I don't think I trust a beer that cost only $1. I know, Phantom. I know. I've got these outlandish ideas that, from a businessman's perspective, just come up sounding absurd. Taylor Ward strikes out, and that's how we begin the bottom of the third inning. Oh, good. Kevin Brown and Ben McDonald have another new food item that I'm sure is a cross promotion to entice people to buy it from whatever concession stand in the ballpark. Oh, what a perfect time to watch Kevin and Ben chow down on a fucking sandwich. Thanks, Masson. Dylan Beavers with a count of 2-0. I got news for you, Masson. The only people still tuning in right now are people as passionate and as batshit crazy as me to keep watching, or people that are basically catatonic and have no way of changing the channel. Beavers grounds out. There's 2 down. Here comes Pete Alonso. So cut the gimmicks. Cut the cross promotions. Pete Alonso looks at a strike. Oh, I am just on my high horse tonight. I am. Oh, look at that. Yeah, Orioles look really happy to be here today. There is a strike to Pete Alonso. It's 0-2. 2 down, nobody on. Orioles down by 7. If they buy just, standard bottled water by the case in bulk, those bottles of water are going to work out to like 12 cents a pop. Of course they could do that for absolutely free. Again, when I'm bringing that up as an example, I mean, it is basically nothing. It is nothing. It's all about just the gesture. It's about what, and Alonso strikes out. That'll end the inning, folks. This is miserable. Alonso strikes out. We just watched our 2, 3, 4 hitters do absolutely nothing there after the White Sox scored 7 runs in the top half of the inning. So at the end of 3, folks, it's 8-1 Chicago. Chicago! My goodness. Well, folks, is it time for some karaoke tonight? I mean... And again, I was thinking last night, the game was still close last night when I was basically saying this team is lost. This team is absolutely off the rails right now. This is a canoe without any paddles. This is a rudderless ship. And then it just got worse as we collapsed even harder at the very end of the ball game. Folks, I'm just calling it like I see it. What we've been watching lately, it's like it's a crescendo of like this team is unhealthy. I think I used the analogy yesterday. Like if this team was like my household pet, I would scoop it up, put it in the pet taxi carrying thing, and rush it to the veterinarian to have it looked at and treated. But this is being left untreated. We're just sitting here watching what amounts to like an animal suffering on the side of the road or something. It's just awful. Look at this kid. This kid's like 6 years old. He's leaning his face up against a little railing there, looking like he's contemplating his life decisions at the age of 6. Here's a foul ball down the right field corner by Braden Montgomery. We're underway in the top of the 4th. Walker is now on to pitch. Yay. Or that's right. He already finished the previous inning. Here's the 0-1. That's high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Montgomery, Braden, is a switch hitter. So he's now batting right-handed. He walked twice while hitting left-handed off of Gibson. And that pitch missed a slider up and away. Oh, I am so fed up. I can't be this fed up every game until the end of the season because I'm going to lose my mind. And I'm not saying that as a figure of speech. I literally mean lose my mind. Here's a ground ball to Gunner. He will get it to first with just half a step to spare there. Close play, but he got him. One down here in the top of the fourth. I don't think we're going to be seeing the Hat tonight. In fact, the Hat might decide to go on strike until the team shows that they care enough to where the Hat is going to be of any use. Orioles magic does not happen if nobody cares. Chase Mydroth, who has also walked twice. Good grief. The 5 and 6 hitters both walking twice before coming up to hit here in the fourth inning. It's 0-2 on Mydroth. 1 out, nobody on. It's true, Tony. There are so many diehard Oriole fans that are willing to look past all the corporate crap and whatever. You put a winning product out there on the field, you'll pack the yard with rabid fans, hungry as hell to win. Here's a ball hit hard, but on a little one-hopper to Holiday. High throw to Alonso. Put momentarily off the bag, but time to recover there to get the out. 2 down. Folks, if you want to talk about how you can turn things around pretty quick, I mean, these White Sox lost 102 games last year. They're looking like a team in terms of where they're at in their rebuild, like somewhere around those 2023 Orioles. Like the average age of every position player, very young. But obviously there's something to the way that they're playing together that's working. We used to have it. This team used to have chemistry. This team used to have each other's back and just enjoy playing together. I miss it. Oh, I know, George. These White Sox last few years, worst team in baseball. Not even close. I mean, the Rockies, I guess, are there, but and the A's had a pretty bad run there for a bit. But yeah, again, the A's, look at that. 3-1 pitch is called a strike. That looked like ball 4 to me. The ump gave us that call, and Chicago didn't challenge. Here's a ball hit to right, down for a hit. Tristan Peters is on with a 2-out single. Phantom, I have no problem with that because here's the deal. Buck doesn't have to come back with some sort of long-term stay. He needs to come in here like a emergency first responder, like a paramedic. He needs to come in here and put a tourniquet on this thing. Get a pulse back, while we get a new GM in the meantime. I don't know how long of a run Buck can go right at this point. I don't know. But certainly Frank Robinson did that with who was it? Didn't Frank go over there to the Expos right before they moved to DC and kind of helped a flailing team at least kind of play respectfully or respectably until they started to build, the next generation of talent or whatever? I don't know, something like that. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You got to start. Everything's got to start from the top. You got to get rid of the head first. Another GM probably says, you know what, that's a good idea. If you had a new GM come in tomorrow, they would probably be like, well, there's only so many things you can do with this season. But first thing, let's get a competent manager back who's got some experience here. I mean, not just experience within baseball, but experience with this team, this organization. And again, just to act as a paramedic until, I mean, if Buck is in the mood to manage for a few years at a high level, then that'd be great. But otherwise, you kind of shop around for the next guy with Buck knowing that he's coming in here to try to... He's got a Jimmy Dugan this thing, Bringing old Jimmy Dugan to help out the Rockford Peaches or whatever the hell they were called. Somebody. I don't know. I mean, folks, you can throw out a lot of different names that I'd probably, compared to what we got going on right now, I'd be like, sure, go ahead. Why not? But again, it really is the GM has got to go for me. I've crossed a boundary now where there's no like sitting on the fence anymore about it. It's over. This ball's drilled to right center field. It's down for extra bases. A run will come around to score. It's an RBI double for Chicago, and they now lead it 9-1. And folks, if you're wondering why I'm not doing the typical job of calling every pitch and trying to paint a picture of everything going on in the ball game, well, you can understand why. This team is unwatchable right now. At this point, this is a group therapy session. Here is Perez. Swing and a foul ball. 2 down, runner at second, and an 0-1 count on Perez, the number 9 batter, who decided to just go ahead and hit a 3-run homer his last time up. Yeah, enough is enough. Enough is enough. I'm also worried about our ownership. I've been saying for a while, God, if Cal is going to be a part of things, he's got to put a bigger stamp. He's got to be in a position more than anybody else at that high of a level within the organization to be able to know, to point out what we're doing wrong, point out, just organizationally things that you need for a winning team, i.e. the Oriole way. He's the last link to the Oriole way. And he has an opportunity with the position he's in. All he's got to do is just sit down and just relay everything he knows about that stuff. And again, I can't even talk. That is strike 3. That is a strikeout looking on a slider from Walker to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. White Sox add a run. They lead it 9-1. Folks, I got to tell you, I might not call tomorrow's game. I'm going to put out a poll about it. Would you be okay if I didn't call tomorrow's game? Folks, I'm going to ask you this because, look, if I don't have to call it, again, early start time, which for me really sucks because I basically can't go to bed tonight, and then we'll have to be up till 4 in the morning. Whereas if I don't call this game, as soon as I'm done with this here, I basically would have like 2.5 days off. I could actually maybe go somewhere and just clear my mind and relax. Because I tell you what, I am just absolutely. I gotta clear my head. That's the only reason I would do this. I don't want to miss a game, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. And guys, it's an anonymous poll thing situation. So just tell me how you really feel about it. And if you guys say no, don't do it. If we want you here, we want you to be a reliable place for us to watch the game. If you do this, you're taking away that part of what it is that makes you, the guy we come to. We expect you to be here. I don't know. Again, you don't have to tell me anything. Just answer the poll. Here's the poll. Here's Sammy Basayo, folks. It's the bottom of the 4th inning. And we got an 0-1 count. Pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. And I just want to, I feel like I might have ruined my reputation just by even putting this poll out. Folks, I do want to call every game, but I am thinking about my own mental health here. And this early ass start, when I can just go to bed and sleep, and then maybe do something with an off day, sounds really appealing right now. But again, I'm kind of trying to persuade you to answer one way. But again, anonymous poll, you answer the way you feel. Folks, it's a 2-2 count on Basayo and a foul ball. We will do it again. Erick Fedde still out there, as he will be for a couple of more innings. He's only on 53 pitches. It looks like a lot of people are leaving comments. All right, I guess I should read them and not just ignore them. Folks, the count is 2-2 on Basayo. And the pitch is fouled back again. Nobody hate if you took day off, BW. F him right now. Christopher says you better call it. Gary says fine here. Matt says, but I'll be here. 2-2 pitch. Check swing foul behind the plate. And another 2-2 coming up. Alex got screwed in Boston. Take a sick day. You don't sound well. You're doing great, BW. You do you. 2-2 pitch. Over the plate, but low. The count full on Basayo. Well, there is, majority says they'd be okay with it, but also there are, people that wouldn't be. And I have to consider that. That is ball 4 to Basayo, folks. It's a leadoff walk. How about we bat around this inning? Maybe that'll help things.
I'm walking here.
Oh, yeah, maybe I could recruit somebody to call the game for me on my channel like I did for JJ. Tavares blasts one out to right center. It's not all that deep. He hit it high more than he hit it deep. A fly ball to right. That's the first out. Tavares retired. Am I hearing a ton of Discord activity? I can't tell if I'm hearing a bloop or not. Here comes Colton Cowser, folks. First pitch to Cowser is on the back door. Strike one on that backdoor sweeper from Fedde. That pitch has been really good for him tonight. All right. One ball, one strike on Cowser. Runner at first, one down, and the pitch from Fedde is swung on and missed. It's 1-2. I'll just let that pull linger there for a little while. Just because the majority says yes doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to take it off, because it's kind of like, what is it? Certain things in Congress or whatever, you need like 3/5 of a vote. It's not just a majority thing. Like, if there's enough people that want me to stay and do it, then I feel like I got to have that way more than the people say, don't worry about it and take the game off. 2-2 the count on Cowser. The pitch. That ball's lifted to right field. That ball's deep. That ball's back. Colton Cowser is robbed up against the wall. Are you kidding me? We couldn't even just have that. Cowser looked pretty good off the bat to get out of here. And it was as close to getting out of here to right field near the 370 sign. Couple of feet short. Bring in my friend with the voice. I don't know who you're talking about. I look forward to your game calling, says George. If you can't, I understand, but you do make a crap hole of this situation better. Well, I have to consider that too. That, you know, all right, I'll call the damn game. I'll be here. I'll be here. You're right, George. You're right. Even though I expect the numbers for this channel to be hitting bedrock bottom because of the way the team is playing, I can't leave out those that are diehard fans that are having to cope with the way things are going right now and need an outlet. Maybe need to hear a voice of reason, or in my case, a voice of, I've lost my mind. I feel unreasonably reasonable. The count is 2-2 on Blaze Alexander, folks. We have a runner at first base with 2 down. We're down by 8. Tony says Hall of Fame material. We need you. Ha ha ha. Great. I almost felt like I was doing a public service when I read "We need you," but then it's followed by "ha ha ha." Oh boy. Payoff pitch. Fouled away by Blaze. We'll have that runner at first base be off on a payoff pitch here with 2 down coming up. I can't believe as many people are still here. I mean, it is only the 4th inning, but I would have left in protest. This ball's hit in the air to right. Should be playable. And that will end the inning. Caught out there. And the Orioles get a man on. Leave him out there. At the end of 4. It's 9-1. Not us. Ryan Ripken. Folks. Yeah, there you go. Christopher Haas mentioned Ryan Ripken. George Ford. Ryan. There you go. You don't need me. You got Ryan Ripken. You know where somebody's point of view isn't compromised whatsoever with the fact that they're directly related to a guy that's part owner of the team and has a contract with Masson now. Sure. Should be getting nothing but sincere input from Ryan, right? There's no conflict of interest there, right? Am I right? Sure. Folks, Ryan has a reverse lisp. I have a lisp. In fact, the word lisp might be one of the lispiest words when I have to say it that I say. I struggle with the word lisp. But what is a reverse lisp? I need to know. And I also need another Lucky. Where's my smokes? Where are my smokes? Oh, you're hiding behind my laptop? How dare you? I thought we talked about this. Folks, Andrew Kittredge is coming on the pitch. Here's a guy I wouldn't mind trading at the deadline if we get anything for him. Don't really see the point of having him around at this point. Anybody want this guy? Anybody willing to take this salary? You can have him. Back of the throat lisp. Hard to explain, but you know what No, I don't know what you mean. I have no idea. I'm going to close my eyes and, imagine I'm listening to Ryan Ripken talk and what you might be talking about. Here's an 0-1 pitch to Kyle Teal. It's high. 1-1 the count. So the White Sox bring the top of the order up. And this is what, their 5th trip through the lineup in 5 innings? This is ridiculous. Sorry, only their 4th trip up. The count is 1-2 on Kyle Teal. Well, the Yankees are losing. 9-1. What happened? That's like saying Normandy Beach. What happened? There's a swing and a miss. Strikeout.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
I mean, you don't want me to have to sit here and retell you how Normandy Beach went. We just lived it. Now we got to explain it? Here's a ground ball to third. Blaze is going to wind up and throw a strike to first base. Second out of the inning. Oh yeah, how's that poll doing? Yeah, see, one out of 4 of you, and that's a considerable amount, are like, no, man, don't go. I'm gonna call the game. But I'll tell you this: if I'm phoning it in with that call tonight or early, just afternoon tomorrow for you guys, I might be doing more karaoke singing than baseball calling. Okay, I'll be here. But I'm allowed to do whatever I want without any flack from the birdwatcher community. I have carte blanche. Folks, the count is 0-2 on Andrew Benintendi. Bases empty, 2 down in the top of the 5th. Fouled away, still 0-2. Explaining to Hindenburg. Are you talking about the Hindenburg, the Zeppelin or whatever, the disaster from like 105 years ago? Here's a base hit down the right field line by Benintendi. He will very happily take first. No interest. That's the second time he's hit a ball down the right field line tonight where some might at least take a wide turn. Think about 2, but maybe he's just being nice to us. A ball hit just over Alonso down the right field line. He's on with a single. And that'll bring up Colson Montgomery again. White Sox are up to 10 hits on the night. Montgomery with a foul ball down the right field corner. Oh, it's a beautiful day here at Lakehurst, New Jersey. Yes, all the families are out here to watch as they are ready to take to the skies here. It's a beautiful sight, one of the marvels of modern technology as it goes up. Oh, my goodness, what? Oh, this is... What happened? The flames are going on. Oh, this is a panic in the... Oh, my, this is absolute calamity. What has happened here? Oh, my goodness. Oh, the humanity. Oh, this is just... Oh, Kobe Mayo just chased another low and away pitch when he just needed maybe just try to make some contact. Oh, the humanity. Hey, Kittredge gets a strikeout. The inning is over. Folks, where are we going? Where are we here? This game's only half over? This game is only half over? Oh, my God. Oh, the humanity is right. Folks. Oh, you know what? Like any sport, if it doesn't matter what the score is, at the halfway point, that means we can score 9 runs in the second part of the game. 10-9 Orioles, folks. It's coming up. Remember, I'm 11 hours ahead of you. 12 time zones to be technical. So I can see into the future. I already know. You guys wonder sometimes, man, how does BW always know when there's a home run coming or when a pitcher's going to have a good night? Well, I'm several hours ahead. I've got some intel. Folks, well, part of that 18-18 stretch, George, was that 10-4 run, which was like our best run all season, right? So you take that 10-4 stretch out of the 18-18 stretch, and now you're left with an 8-14 stretch sandwiched around that 10-4 stretch. You feel me? We are who we thought we were. I have delusion. I'm the most clear-thinking, logical, objective-minded guy out there. Come on. What delusion? Hey, Jackson Holliday's up. First pitch is a strike. And the second pitch is a strike. 0-2 on Holiday. Oh, you don't have to be sorry, Carmen. You're not exactly going out on a limb right now, are you? It's not exactly a hot take. You got any other hot takes there, Carmen? That pitch is high. It's 2-2 on Jackson Holiday. Points. Yeah, you should be sorry. You're referring to runs as points. That is sacrilege in this sport. Here's a ground ball to second base. Holiday will be thrown out. One down here in the fifth. Points. Albert Suarez is up in the Oriole bullpen. The Orioles are down 8 points. We are about 11 points back in the division. Huh? What? Gunnar at the plate. First pitch is ball one. Gunnar 1 for 2, a single, and he scored the only run for the Orioles tonight. That ball is lifted out to right. That ball has got some lift. That ball is off the wall. Off the out-of-town scoreboard wall and right. Gunnar will get to second with a 1-out double. And Gunnar, it's like, oh, the entire team is collapsing. Time for me to start hitting now. Can we get on the same page? Folks. All right. Again, I'm going to call the game. Unless, of course, something... I mean, we are due for like a torrential downpour here in the next 24 hours. There's a chance that Mother Nature might cancel my stream. I promise I will not use it as an excuse to duck out, though. If I can stream it tomorrow, I will. Here is a ball hit out to right by Taylor Ward. And that'll be caught for out number 2 with Gunnar hanging on there at second base. Thanks for everybody's input on the poll. It's over now. Thanks for participating in... We put the mock in democracy here, don't we, folks? Here's Dylan Beavers. Beavers 0 for 2, hitting third in the order tonight. Takes outside for ball one. Weren't there some general managers that were fired by their organizations here just in the past month or so? Here's a ball hit in the right. That's down, and it gets past the right fielder to the wall, and it will drive in a run with 2 down. It's a 2-out RBI double for Dylan Beavers. That was 107 off the bat, folks. Nice Beaver.
Nice Beaver.
Thank you.
It's 9-2. We're back to within a touchdown and an extra point. Hey, folks, we got over 100 likes. I've barely brought it up tonight. I appreciate it.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
Pete Alonso. He golfs one down the left field line. That ball, home run distance, but well foul. Nearly making it to the club level. Down there in the left field corner. 2-out runner at second, a run in. Come on, BW. What? Come on, what? What do I got to do? Thank you for the great Hindenburg rendition. That ball's into left center. That ball's down for a base hit. That's going to drive in a run. It's 9-3. Oh, God. You mean all I have to do is just list every grievance I can think of with this team and shame them for about an hour straight, and then maybe they start playing okay? All right. All right, I'm not going to change a thing. apparently telling this team how bad things are for an hour straight or more is starting to help turn things around. I'm going to credit myself for all this. Shame. Folks, how's this for a potential storyline? The Orioles get back to like within the tying run on base. One more swing to get us there. And then, yeah, one of those come all the way back just to come up short situations. Ah, my goodness. This game. Samuel Basayo, folks. He's coming up.
Shame. Shame.
You call this whining?
Shame.
Now, that's where I have to draw the line.
Shame.
First of all, as toxic as, anything online, whether it's a guy with a YouTube channel, somebody's Twitter account, there are people out there complaining about this team every day, no matter what we're doing. I have just put my foot down basically within the past 24 hours. All right? And this team has not been playing good for 2 years. I think I've kind of earned the right to list my grievances and not have it viewed as just merely whining. I wouldn't view it as whining there, King. I would call it a rational man listing grievances. Samuel Basayo with a 3-0 count, and that is called a strike. Just getting the lower inner corner. And Sammy's going to challenge that, and if we lose it, we're out of challenges, and we're only in the 5th inning. And Sammy, once again, loses us a challenge. And you feel like he did it just because he just hoped that it would work out his way so he could take ball 4. Well, now do something with the bat, Sammy. The count 3-1. Pitch. And he chases ball 4 here. A swing and miss foul tip. I tell you what. Logan, you are currently in the process of submitting it right here, right now as we speak. Submit away. Payoff pitch. Popped up. Catcher with a look. It's out of play. We're in the bottom of the 5th, folks. The Orioles have scored a couple of runs here. 9-3 White Sox. A big hit by Sammy would get us interested. It'd be hard not to if he made it 9-5. Come on. The pitch. High fly ball to center field. Pretty deep, but not deep enough. It'll be caught on the track in front of the pin to end the inning. The Orioles do score twice. A RBI double by Beavers, an RBI single by Alonso. At the end of 5, White Sox 9, Orioles 3. I would like to deposit 1 wine. Well, go right ahead, sir. The floor is yours. What would you like to whine about? 3 more before thinking we have a chance. BW, you do good. I mean, if anyone ever listened to Yankees YouTube, dude, Jesus, he's streaming and whining the whole time. That's true. Yankee fans tend to complain even if they're 20 games over 500 if they lose 2 or 3 in a row. By the way, have you noticed my glasses are broken now permanently? This little screw right here used to be twice the length it is now. Something snapped off. I used to be able to just kind of get that other side of this thing to just stay on there, but that's now broken forever. So now I'm looking like an idiot. I have to go probably get some new glasses on my off day. I mean, between the scratches and now this, everything's just falling apart. Top down, folks. Top down. Tarps off. This ridiculous little trending TikTok craze or whatever it's supposed to be. This tarps off thing with the young guys waving their shirts around. Why did I bring that up? Oh, yeah, like when they take their tops off, we need to work with our team top down. I was trying to make a connection there, and I absolutely lost it. Folks, Albert Suarez is on the pitch, and I'm going to go off screen here for a minute and take a couple of bites of food. Albert making his 15th appearance with an ERA of 3.93. Braden Montgomery leading off for the White Sox. First pitch is a backdoor curve that just kissed the outside edge. Might have been off the plate. Strike one on Montgomery. And that's a called strike two. Hey, folks, we are just a few subscribers away from 5,200. A mini milestone, if you will. It'll be a double rollover on that odometer for that next rollover. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, please consider. 1-1 pitch, fouled at the plate, 1-2. Two and two after that last pitch missed up and away. And the next one is high, full count. Here's the payoff pitch. And a swing and a foul ball. We'll do it again. I guess it wasn't the payoff. Another 3-2. Swing and a miss. A rising fastball by Suarez was up out of the zone. He got the chase. One down in the inning.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Chase Mydrop, the batter. First pitch is up and in for ball one. A strike to even up the count. I'll be back on in 2 minutes. Fouled behind the plate. 1-2 on my draw. Top of the 6th, folks. It's the White Sox 9, the Orioles 3. We are in danger of losing this series with a game to go tomorrow. And that would be back-to-back series losses at home and 3 straight series losses overall after winning 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers in L.A. somehow. Fouled away. It's 1-2. Talking about cheapskate owners. Look, I don't mind a team that doesn't spend a whole lot as long as they know how to put a good team together with whatever it is they got to work with. And I point right at a division opponent, Tampa, as the perfect example of just that. Tampa's been a competitive team just about every season for several years in a row now. They have a recipe. They have figured out how to navigate around having a low payroll and putting a good product on the field. So it can be done. Here's a swing and a miss. Maedroth strikes out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
You get the right minds in here at the top of the food chain. You can make this team a good team. Just saying. You just need the right guy. You need a maverick. We're at the stage now where everybody's kind of following the same recipe, and if I know my baseball history, there just comes a point where once everybody kind of starts doing the same thing, you can either try to keep up with the Joneses or be a maverick and go in a different kind of direction to try to win ball games. And I would much rather, especially with where we are right now, go with that idea. I'd rather just like the Giants. I mean, it looks like it might not work out, but they went out and got, who's that guy? Vitello, that college manager, or that college skipper. People looked at that as like, look, it might not work out, but I appreciate the balls of the move. Look, I'll use Hollywood movies as an example. Right now, young and with new ideas are starting to have more of an impact at the box office than established, predictable sort of content from IPs, intellectual properties that you already are familiar with, like these superhero movies and everything else. Now these movies like Obsession and Backrooms, made by these kids that were making videos off of YouTube, they've got a fresh approach. They kind of have their finger on the pulse of what a modern audience might want that works. They figured it out. And, something analogous to that going on here in baseball. You need to bring in some people that either are at the best at what people are working with now or are one step ahead working on something that's even better. You feel what I'm saying, folks? I'm trying to articulate this. I'm a little punch drunk. Am I making any sense to anybody? It makes sense in my mind, and sometimes it's hard for me to put it into words, folks. That's the problem of being an inarticulate genius. Folks, we're back underway. Leody Taveras will lead off in the bottom of the 6th, and there's a lefty on the mound now for the White Sox. A fellow by the name of Schweitzer. Tyler Schweitzer, making just his 5th appearance. He's got an ERA of exactly 9. Are you picking up what I am putting down? But I might need to ask you to put down what I've been picking up. I'm just kidding. Here's a pitch. That is a swing and a miss, 1-2. Pitch outside, 2-2 to Taveras. Yeah, well, there's always a changing of the guard, King, and everything. You know, there are generational shifts in just about every industry. I mean, if you ever studied art history, for example, it's not like there's only one period of art. It's a never-ending timeline of different periods, of different styles of art that sort of dominate, you know, whatever the art of the day is, right? I'm a Rubenesque guy myself. Here's a ball hit up the middle. That is backhanded by the second baseman. Throw off balance, no chance. Taveras will beat out an infield hit. Leadoff man on for the Orioles here in the 6th. So, yeah, I mean, if you're like my age, you grew up on Steven Spielberg movies, and there was just sort of a recipe to movies like that. And now Spielberg put out this latest movie. It's still got that Spielberg stamp on it, but this just doesn't really play like it used to. You know, people's sensibilities sort of change over time, right? I mean, there's a reason why a lot of people that like movies, historians and critics or whatever, will put Citizen Kane at or near the top of the list of the best movies ever made. But there's also a reason why the vast majority of people that like watching movies don't really run out there to go watch Citizen Kane, just because it doesn't really play so well for a modern audience in that way. It's a good movie, but, you know, I don't know. Hey, folks, am I talking too much? Colton Cowser's at the plate. We got a runner at first, and he's fallen behind in the count 0-2 against the lefty Schweitzer. And that 0-2 pitch is a sweeper that hits the outside edge for a called strike 3. Cowser down on strikes on just 3 pitches. Hey, Mitch, I'm never going to tell you how to get into my Discord, but thanks for showing up and hanging out. Welcome to the BirdWatcher community, Mitch. No Discord. Here's Blaze Alexander. First pitch is called a strike. That's a high strike call there. Oh, what happened to Mitch? Darn. I wish I could have figured out who he might have been. 0-1 pitch. In the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I do believe I'm on fire.
He's a genius. He's really good at trolling. He's Pistachio Disguisey, the master of disguise. Oh, my goodness. Here's a ground ball. Base hit in the right field. Blaze is on. Taveras has to stop at second, but 2 on for Baltimore. One away in the inning. And one swing can cut this 6-run deficit in half. What do you say? Oh, where did Mitch go? Gee, Mitch, I thought I was talking to you directly there and inviting you in and saying hello, but after telling you no Discord, you just have run out of things to talk about, I guess. Darn. Jackson Holliday will be the next batter up. The White Sox have brought out, it looks like their pitching coach for a mound meeting, folks. Mound meeting.
Let me have a Diablo sandwich of Dr. Pepper. Make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
Jackson Holliday versus Schweitzer. Holliday's 0 for 2, grounding out twice so far tonight. Come on, Jackson, help us out. That is not the right button. Ah, poor Mitch. Oh, King, I wouldn't be able to tell because the stalker I have is so good at being incognito. I can never tell when it's him. He's so good at it. Pitch is in the dirt. He's a genius. Folks, you want to talk about, like, mega mind? You want to talk... Want to know to Holiday. Come on, let's get a hit. Jackson goes to left. That ball is going to hang up there and be caught. Left fielder doesn't have to move much to make that catch. There are 2 down. Orioles still have first and second. Another lefty for the White Sox is throwing in the bullpen. Does that say Hudson? It'll be Schweitzer versus Gunnar Henderson. Gunnar, you look like you want to start hitting again after this move to the leadoff spot. How about you give us a big swing here? There's a foul ball. First pitch to Gunnar. Folks, a rare bugle tonight. Gunnar with a single and double. He scored 2 of the Orioles' 3 runs. Now up there to be an RBI man. Come on. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled again. 0-2. White Sox 9, Orioles 3. Chicago scored 7 of their 9 runs in one frame. And absolutely just they William Wallaced Trey Gibson tonight. That ball's hit to the right side, picked up at second base, and Gunnar is thrown out. Inning over. Gunnar looks like he let out an F-bomb after stopping his running down the first and leaving those 2 men on base. The Orioles have left 7. Both teams have left 7 men on base now through 6. On to the late innings, folks. The Orioles, they're down by 6 runs with 3 innings to go. We're only 3 hits behind, but 6 runs. Folks, so seeing as how I'm going to test my own mental health and call tomorrow afternoon's game, let me give you a nice promotion for that. 12:35 p.m. Early afternoon is the first pitch, and even earlier in the afternoon, the stream will start. Just a quarter afternoon at 12:15. Be here. I mean, can't wait. Folks, I might make it a drinking show. Anybody mind if I do that? Anybody mind if I go out there and get a bottle of Jack and just sip it throughout the game here? or what is your Sunday afternoon game? Or wait, what is it? I'm sorry, Wednesday afternoon. Anybody mind if I get drunk on a Wednesday afternoon? That all right? I'm coming up with ideas here, folks. I need feedback. Folks, we are one like away from 125. And after that, we'll try to get to 150. Might be tough here tonight. All right, we're underway. It is Albert Suarez back to work. It is Jacob Gonzalez at the plate. He is 2 for 3, driven in 3 runs. And the 1-0 to him is high 2-0. Is this chat on? Hello. I'm knocking on Charm City Chat's door. Folks, 3-0 now on Gonzalez. And there's a strike. 3-1. There's 125. One more goal to go. 150 on that light count. Fly ball to left. That could be trouble down the line. It is down for a hit. And Gonzalez is going for 2. The throw is a little bit late. Leadoff double for Chicago. 3 hits on the night, including 2 doubles for Gonzalez. Well, who got next? Junior Perez. Came in tonight with 1 RBI on the season. Hit a 3-run homer out of the number 9 spot. 1 for 3 tonight. Oh, 0-1 is upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Folks, we need at least one more topic to banter about here. We got a couple of innings to go. And Charm City Chat's feeling a little bit catatonic right now. Fouled away, 1-2 the count. Come on, folks. You want me to throw another hot topic discussion point out there for you? All right, I got one. Do I want to use this one up now? This one might be better for another day. That pitch is high, 2-2 to Perez. Why is he walking back? All right, I guess, what happened here? That was high. Oh, he rung him up? That pitch was very high, and he didn't challenge? Wow. Wow. A gift of a strikeout for Albert Suarez. With 1 out, here's a ground ball to first. Alonso will shovel it to Albert to get out number 2. Runner from second goes to third. 2 down, runner at third for the White Sox here in the top of the 7th. They lead it 9-3. Yankees are down 9-1. Don't feel so bad. There's nothing about any out-of-town score that's going to make me have any reason to feel different about the state of my own team. That's redonkulous. Nothing else matters. I don't know what to tell you, man. They can be up 25-zip. It doesn't make a difference. Manuel Vargas, 1-0 the count. Pitch is high, 2-0. Vargas hitless, 0 for 4. Folks, yeah, it's one thing to have a bad game. It's another to have a season that was not going the way you'd hoped and then to make a turn for the even worse, which is what we're going through here the last couple of weeks. 3-0 pitch. That's a strike. That 10-4 run we went on, what did that get us back into? Within what, 2 of 500? 3? 2 or 3? Here's a ball. Nice diving stop by Gunnar in the hole. He pops up and throws out Vargas. Gunnar with his finest defensive play in some time. Oh, if only we could see more of that. Gunnar does save a run here with a really fine play at short to get the final out. Folks, Gunnar's playing better, but he's doing it. Why now? Damn it. Ugh. Folks. Oh. What about Judas Priest at the 9:30 Club? That sounds like I don't remember seeing Judas Priest at the club, but I don't want to say they didn't play there or some what do you call it? Some Frankenstein version of it. You know, these bands that were big like 40, 50 years ago. You see that they're playing a show in 2026. And you show up and you realize it's only like the backup keyboard player from the original band. Everybody else is a ringer. Folks. The 9:30 Club days. Just when the music scene was dying out. I was there to watch that too. Hey, folks, we got a nice Pepto-Bismol colored sky out there in Baltimore right now. Pretty in pink. Folks, I just realized it's a 7th inning stretch and I forgot to throw some cakes on the griddle.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
I just squeezed it in there.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
Here we go, bottom of the 7th. Taylor Ward, first pitch high, ball 1. I got it in.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
That's what she said. I got it in. Ward looks at a called strike on the outside edge, 1-1 the count. Sorry about that late John Denver / Jim Neighbors rally cry, folks.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
1-1 pitch, fouled away, 1-2. Orioles have the 2-3-4 batters due up against Schweitzer, who's still out there now on 20 pitches. Schweitzer. That sounds like some sort of you guys remember that drink Zima? That like awful like Sprite, alcoholic Sprite beverage? A Schweitzer sounds like something like a Zima. I'll have a Schweitzer. 2-2 pitch. That is fouled away. Taylor Ward up there. Looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 3.
Taylor?
Folks, come on, hit that like button. And we've been stuck on 126 for like 10 minutes. I know some of you haven't hit it. Help a brother out. Swing and a miss. Ward goes down. Strike 3. 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. It's already July here, folks. I'm sitting here in the morning of July 1st. It is the second half of 2026. Where does the time go? Dylan Beavers fouls one straight back. Beavers has a hit.
Nice beaver.
Thank you.
And the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Can we get hit from Vargas? Do you think? Can we get a hit from Vargas? Who's we? He's 0 for 5 and hopefully done swinging a bat for the rest of the game. Folks, the 0-2 on Beavers is high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. A lot of offense for the White Sox, but Miguel Vargas not a part of it. 0 for 5 tonight. Beavers lifts one out to center field. It's going to be playable. Or who is that out there? Peters makes the catch. Second out of the inning. It is Pete Alonso's turn.
A polar bear stirs.
The Red Sox have won 5 straight, and if the Orioles don't come back from this 6-run deficit, we're going to be tied for last. Actually, Boston's game's still undecided. They have a 1-1 tie with the Nats. So that could determine where things wind up at the end of the night. It's 0-2 on Alonso, folks. Looks like a fan got a foul ball. Give that fan a contract. The 0-2 from Schweitzer is tapped foul. We'll do it again. I guess I should check out these out-of-town scores. Phillies up 5-0 in the bottom of the 8th on the Pirates. Detroit with a 7-run lead on the Yankees in the 7th. 9-2 in the Bronx. 0-2 to Alonso is high 1-2. Mets 2, Blue Jays 0. Top of the 7th at Rogers Center. At Fenway Park, 1-1 tie with the Red Sox and the Nationals, bottom of the 6th. Cardinals 5, Braves 1, also in the bottom of the 6th in Atlanta. Alonso lifts one to left and deep, going back on the track and now circling under it to make the catch. Alonso flies out deep to left, just in front of the wall there. And the inning is over, folks. 2 innings to go. The Orioles are down by 6, 9-3 White Sox. In the bottom of the 5th, Brewers have a 5-1 lead on the Reds. That's the next team we get on the road, Cincinnati. Tampa currently doubling up the Royals 6-3, top of the 5th in Kansas City. Top 3 at Wrigley Field. Cubs up 5-3 on the Padres. Twins 3, Astros 0 in the bottom of the 3rd in Houston. Rockies are hosting the Marlins. They're tied at 1, top of the second. There is one final. Rangers beat the Guardians in Cleveland 4-2. Coming up in about 40 minutes, Seattle will be hosting the Angels, and the Athletics will be hosting the Dodgers. Diamondbacks hosting the Giants. There is your full out-of-town score update from BW, the crestfallen host of the BirdWatcher Channel. That's right, folks. I think I would describe my mood right now as crestfallen. My crest has fallen. And I can't get up. Let me look this up. What is the official Oxford definition of this word? Feeling sad, disappointed, and discouraged, usually immediately after an unexpected failure, rejection, or letdown. It describes someone whose high spirits have suddenly dropped, resulting in visibly low morale, slumped shoulders, or a downcast expression. Wow, I don't think there's a better word to describe me than crestfallen. Holy shit. I pulled out the right word. All right, we are back underway. Top of the 8th, Andrew Benintendi, 0-1 pitch is up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Albert Suarez still mopping up out there. Rico Garcia up in the bullpen. And that pitch is a strike. 1-2 on Andrew Benintendi. 3 for 3? Really? I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Well, he's 3 for 4. Benintendi strikes out. One away in the top of the 8th. Can handle friendly trash talk. Dude, you've been saying this now for like 10 months. I don't think you can handle moving on with your life. And again, using my actual name, every time you do it, I point it out myself. Nobody would even know what that name is unless I told them, hey, that's my name. As if you're exposing something or revealing some sort of private thing. It doesn't matter, dude. Nothing you do matters. Sorry. Here's a pop-up. Bro, have you seen how my team's been playing lately? Do you think I could give possibly 1/10 of an ounce of a shit about you? Are you insane? I don't have time to give a shit about you. There's too much other stuff going on to worry about. Folks, there's 2 down after a pop-up. The batter now is Braden Montgomery. Colson Montgomery popped out there for out number 2. Pitch from Albert is just a bit low, apparently. Ball 1. All right. Here's the 1-0. Fouled off. I mean, get a new act. God. One trick pony. Here's a ground ball, another foul. It's 1-2 to Braden Montgomery. 2 down, nobody on in the top of the 8th. I see the VZ nod to Venezuela. Suarez's home country still on his cap. Here's a nice stop by Gunnar, and Pete Alonso is not going to be able to keep his foot on the bag. nearly got this one for the final out, but Orioles are on the phone seeing if they want to challenge. Gunnar with a stop to his left, popped up and through, and we might have still had a foot on the bag there. That angle you can't see. Oh, he's sliding off, but is it touching the base? I think he's off. I think it does come off here. This angle will probably show it more. Well, I don't know. Pete, I just don't want to see Pete get hurt hyperextending something on a play like that. Stay healthy, Pete. This is being challenged. I think I just saw an ant. Kidding me. Folks, here we are, face to face. A couple of silver spoons, hoping to find we're two of a kind, making it grow, making it show. Together, we're gonna find our way. Yep, it's gotten there, folks. BW's singing 80s sitcom theme songs. Two silver spoons together. Together. Sorry, folks. Hey, we got a long look at it, though, Phantom. At least we got a long look at it, right? Nothing like a nice long look at it. This ain't a quick overturn or a quick, what do you call it? A quick confirmation. Folks, give me your favorite 80s sitcom. What do you got? And don't say Taxi, because there's no lyrics. The call's overturned. Alonso does the job again. Pete Alonso stretching all the way to help get the final out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Orioles are down by 6. Perfect Strangers. Oh, I might have to bring up the lyric sheet for that one. I forget how that one goes. Larry and Balky, right? Larry and Balky. How did Perfect Strangers go? Oh, God. Let me see. Lyrics. There we go. Alf. That's another one with no lyrics. It's a good jam, though. Alf has got a good jam. Oh, is that the ones? Standing tall on the wings of our dreams, rising fall on the wings of our dreams. The rain and thunder, the wind and haze, I'm bound for better days. It's my life, my dream. Nothing's gonna stop me now. All right. Here you go. Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you ever saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. Straightening the curves, flattening the hill. Someday the mountain might get 'em, but the law never will. Making their way the only way they know how. Hey, folks, Basayo, a line drive base hit up the middle on the first pitch. We got a leadoff man on. Turn on the faucet. Look what's happened to me now. I can't believe it myself. Suddenly I'm on top of the world. Should have been somebody else. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could be so free. We just hit into a double play, guys. Sorry.
Big buck. Stop it all.
Wait a minute now. These aren't sitcoms, though. Was Greatest American Hero a sitcom? Wasn't that like an hour-long show? I mean, it was funny, I guess, but it wasn't really a sitcom, was it? Hey, folks, Colton Cowser's up. 2 down, base is empty. Cowser 0 for 2. Oh, we did Good Times before. We came up with a new song called Goo Times, referencing how we say let's goo instead of go. Goo Times. I think I might even made a clip out of it. Oh, look at this Oriole fan. Oh, he is styling tonight. Folks, Cowser with a count of a ball and a strike. The pitch is swung on and missed, 1-2. What else is there? I think I hear people stirring in my hallway now. I might be getting a noise complaint on me. The 1-2 to Cowser, swing and a miss. He strikes out, and the inning is over. The 9th inning coming up. The Orioles are down by 6. They have 8 hits. They've left 7. Down 9-3. It does take different strokes to move the world. I have been told that. Everybody's got a special kind of story, man. Everybody's got a way to shine, but no matter what you got, not a lot. So what? They have theirs. You have yours, and I have mine. So I don't really see what the problem is. Folks, the song was better than the show. Charles in Charge. New boy in the neighborhood. Lives downstairs and it's understood. How's it going? He's to take good care of me. I'm missing words. Like he's part of the family. I'm not going into the lyric or the chorus. That one's too cringy. That's too cringy. Folks, come on, give me some good ones. What do we got left? Can't win them all, can't lose them all. Kill them all and let God sort them out. 9th inning coming up. Thanks for being here tonight, folks. Here we come. Walking down the street, we get the funniest looks from everyone we meet. Hey, another giveaway, folks. Friday, July 10th. Who doesn't want this? It's a Turnstile Night jersey. Whatever. Cheers actually was like, Cheers actually made the charts. I want to say it was like a top 40 hit. Rico Garcia's on. Hey, folks, speaking of hits. Rico. Whoa, look out. Rico. Ghost in the Machine. All right, 9th inning, first pitch is a swing and a miss. All right. Cheers. I mean, I think that's a pretty appropriate kind of a song for Oriole fans right now, right? Here's a ball line over to third, caught by Blaze Alexander. Or out number 1. I don't know. It's such an iconic song. I don't know if I can do it justice, man. Tristan Peters is up. Peters with a couple of singles. He scored twice. First pitch. Swing and a miss. All right. Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is the full lyrics here. I was cheating. It's 0-2 on Peters, folks. 1 out here in the top of the 9th. Hey, in the Charm City chat, everybody knows your name, right? Peters strikes out. Rico gets a strikeout. Folks, all right, if I'm going to be here for game 3, if I'm going to be here for this early afternoon game, who else is going to be here? Is anybody even going to be here with me? I tell you this, those that voted in the poll for me to call the game, you better be here. I know it was anonymous, but damn it, you guys better be here. 0-1 pitch. That's lifted in the air to right center. Going back, still back, and up against the wall. Colton Cowser makes another fine catch. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The Orioles need to pretty much bat around here. This one, not quite a home run robbery, but pretty close. Probably a few inches shy of a home run. That's right, Dino. Have they announced Kremer yet? Has Kremer been announced? I guess they don't announce it until they make a corresponding announcement that Gibson gets option back down to AAA. So maybe shortly after the ball game, they'll do that. But I haven't made a event for that game tomorrow yet because I didn't want to make a thumbnail until I knew who was going to pitch. But at this stage, it's got to be Dino. Rhino, folks, please put it together for Rising Rhino. Till the one day when the lady met this fellow, and they knew that it was much more than a hunch, that this group must somehow form a family. That's the way they all became the Dahmer Bunch. The Dahmer Bunch. The Dahmer Bunch. That's the way we became the Dahmer Bunch. Hey. Folks. Hey, Rhino, welcome to another bad night to be an Oriole fan. Holy cow. We go to the bottom of the 9th. We need 6. Is it impossible? No. Come on, let's see what happens. Blaze Alexander with a foul ball to begin the bottom of the 9th. Blaze 1 for 3, a single in the 6th. It could be worse. I couldn't be missing a... Oh, I won't say it. Folks, Rhino's been calling Wimbledon here the past 24 hours. Before I went to sleep on my side of the world, I got to have dinner and watch Rhino call early morning tennis, at least early morning back in the States. 1-1 pitch, ground ball up the third base line. If it stays fair, it's a hit. And that ball was about to hit up against the third base bag. It stayed fair within a couple inches of that foul line all the way to the third base bag. Well, if you're going to pull off a miracle ninth inning rally, this is the sort of weird hit that you might expect in this situation for a miracle comeback. Here's Jackson Holliday. When you see a chance, take it. Holliday slumps his head as he pops it up down the left field line. You know what? This ball could have very easily dropped down fair. And the first thing Holliday does after the swing is lower his head in shame in a 9-3 game. Dude, Blaze just got on with a weird hit. You could have maybe have gotten on with a weird hit. Just get your ass to first. If you want to sulk, go do it in the dugout. I'm sick of watching these sulking players. Here's Gunnar. 2 for 4. Yeah, let's give Holliday a little shame button here. Enough of this, Jackson. Come on.
Shame. 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 Shame.
And I don't want to hear any more of this business about how Holliday looks a little bit like the actress playing in the new Supergirl movie. I'm not having it. Huh? What? Runner at first, 1 out. Of course we didn't get a show, Rhino. Not even a replay, remember? 0-1 pitch. Popped up, and Gunnar slams his bat. Really? We're just gonna act like this to wrap up the game. Folks, don't worry that Jackson Holliday slightly resembles the actress playing in the new Supergirl movie. It's okay. That movie won't be in theaters for too long. But the visuals will never go away. Sorry. Here's Taylor Ward. Folks, it's a swing and a miss. Blaze takes second base on indifference. And what better way to describe things right now than the word indifference? 2 down, runner at second in the bottom of the ninth. The 0-1 pitch popped up, should end the ball game. Center fielder Peters has it, and that'll do it. The Chicago White Sox exploded with a 7-run third inning, and that's all they needed. They added 1 in the first, another in the fourth, led it 9-1 after the top of the fourth. Orioles got a couple in the fifth. That's it. Final score here, White Sox 9, Orioles 3. We are now 9 games under 500. And, yeah. It's time to, it's time to be a little realistic about things here. This team is in absolute disarray. I'm not going to go on any sort of extended rant about it because most of the things I'm going to say I've already said, whether it was tonight or last night or sometime recently. All I know is we got another game here coming up early in the afternoon tomorrow, a day off after that, and then we've got like another 10 days until the All-Star break, at which point, barring us going on like a 10-game win streak starting tomorrow, yeah, Again, I said it a few games ago. We're on the verge of getting to our 50th loss before we get to our 40th win. We're still stuck on 39. Erick Fedde gets the win. Trey Gibson the loss. Schweitzer pitches the final 4 innings to get a save of the 3 innings or more variety. And, the White Sox only had to use their starter and Schweitzer. So they'll have their full complement of arms to use at their disposal any which way they want for the finale tomorrow, having already wrapped up this series and a chance to sweep us. Meanwhile, we went through 5 pitchers tonight. And the guy who went the longest out there was Albert Suarez, 3 innings. Trey Gibson, 2 2/3, absolutely brutalized. 7 hits and half a dozen walks, 8 earned runs. His ERA over 7. Kremer is supposed to be, by all accounts, without any actual confirmation just yet, starting this final game tomorrow in his first start back from injury. And Gibson would then be, even if, even if Dean Kremer wasn't going tomorrow, Gibson's got to go down tomorrow. Bring up another arm. You can't have him take another turn in this rotation. I don't care who else is available when his turn's up again, but he's out. So pack your bags, Trey. Go back to Norfolk for a while, and if we need you later, we'll call you. What else? What do you want? Oh, where are we in relation to the Red Sox right now after this loss? You're wondering? We are ahead on percentage points because we've played 4 extra games. We're 2-2 in those 4 extra games. But let me check out what the score is right now. The Red Sox are still tied with the Nationals. If the Red Sox do win tonight, we will be by ourselves in last place. And the Red Sox come in tonight having won 5 in a row, including 4 in a row against the Yankees. So there's that. Folks, we're the Spinal Tap of baseball. Yeah. Yeah, when I go to the ballpark, it should say Puppet Show featuring the Orioles. Right? Unbelievable. No, we're not going to do bloody Stonehenge. Whoops. Did I just click off of that? I just clicked right out of my own stream. No, we're not going to do bloody Stonehenge. Folks, that's going to do it here tonight. We are absolutely rock, meat, bottom. Bottom, rock. Hi. How are you two doing? Folks, this relief pitch's ERA goes to 11. Get it? Well, you could just make 10 louder, and then that way... Hey, folks... What's wrong with it being sexy? No, sexist. Time to watch a diary. Wait, you want me to just bring up a random diary episode right here on stream? Just to put a fine point on this otherwise terrible night? Okay, I'm a glutton for further punishment. Let's see what... Yes. Let's see. I'm going to hit the live button just to be sure there hasn't been anything new. All right. Folks, let's check in with our favorite YouTube play-by-play man. He knows how to run a channel, folks. This man knows how to run a channel. Let's try. I want a short one now. Folks, let's see if he's feeling fine today. I just want to make sure he's feeling fine. Sorry, we got an ad here. All right, sorry. I'm going to have to shuffle through some music. He likes to start his show with late 70s game show music. It's a perfect tone setter for the content to follow. Late 70s game show music. All right. I'm still shuffling through here. 5 minutes of this so far. All right. Okay. 6 minutes in. It's a 17-minute clip. 6 minutes of game show music. 6.5. 6:55. Is that it? Is this it? Here we go. Shh.
I'm going to say 4 words.
Oh, shit.
That a man is not supposed to say ever.
I'm
going to say 4 words.
Real Housewives.
That a man is never supposed to feel.
I like Real Housewives. Is that it?
I'm going to say 4 words.
Just say the 4 words. You're spending about 50 words talking about saying 4 words. Just say it. In fact, I already know what the 4 words are because it's the title of the video. The title of the video is I Am Not Fine in caps. Might the 4 words be that? What is the build-up for? We just sat through 7 minutes of game show music for you to tease us about saying 4 words. Just say it. I got to start over. Sorry.
I'm going to say 4 words that a man is not supposed to say.
Oh, shit. Women can say it.
I'm going to say 4 words.
Women can say
that
this.
A man is never supposed to feel.
Okay.
I'm going to say 4 words.
Okay.
That if uttered. If uttered at any time.
Right. Get it out.
If uttered at any time.
Do you even know the end of the sentence you're saying right now? Are you even? I swear this guy starts sentences without any idea of how they're going to end. And then just gets stuck. He also likes to say things in 3s. So the whole I'm going to say 4 words that, he has to give us 3 examples. And now he's stuck on example 3 without really able to explain without getting stuck. Sorry, I'm going to have to go back a minute here.
If uttered at any time.
Right. 4 words. If uttered at any time.
If
what?
Uttered at any time.
What? What happens?
The general public.
Will make the general public.
And make that man seem weak when he is just actually overwhelmed.
Folks, it's the first of many word salads on tonight's check-in. Let me just read back the transcript here. I'm going to say 4 words that a man is never supposed to feel. I'm going to say 4 words that if uttered at any time, will make the general public will make the general public what? will make the general public and make that man seem weak. I'm going to say 4 words that... What does the general public have? What? This guy's very confusing. All right, I'm going to pick... All right, I'm going to try not to pause so much. Sorry.
The general public and make that man...
Gatorade. Is it in you? Gatorade. Is it in you? Gatorade. Is it in you? Gatorade. No, wait. Gatorade. Is it in you? Gatorade.
And seem weak when he is just actually overwhelmed.
Right. You're overwhelmed.
What are those 4 words you ask? I am not fine.
Hey, we got there, folks. 8 minutes in. The title of the video.
And I'm not. The last 24 hours have been hellacious.
Yeah.
Hell,
the last 2 minutes have been hellacious for me, the listener.
What am I talking about? The last 3 years have been hellacious.
Ah.
You know about all the health problems.
Of course.
It's produced a lot of trolls, a lot of blowback, a lot of pushback, and people not believing I've gone through the shit that I've gone through. Mm-hmm. It's got the state of Indiana Save My Care team saying, okay, you're healthy, you can go back to work, when they don't know the trauma my body has gone through.
But you got a healthy... They're giving you a check of...
And it just
health.
Flat pisses me off. I am not fine. My body is not fine. My brain sometimes is not fine.
Vocal cords seem to be fine.
I know there's a medicine cocktail that I take twice a day, 7 days a week. I know that. And
I know that there's a medicine cocktail that I take twice a day, 7 days a week. A medicine cocktail twice a day. Might that be getting in the way? Don't know.
Follow that. But the viciousness that penetrates even the medicine that I take piss me off. Like last night, I was on a friend's stream telling them what's going on, waiting for them I'm waiting for them to contact me so we can establish contact, and a troll pops up saying, oh, he's just doing this he's just doing this. He's not really going through this. Fuck you.
You seem to have some detractors out there. And I'm just the latest one, I guess. I don't know. I can understand an isolated individual going out of their way to call you out for some sort of BS you're pulling, but if several people are doing it over the course of years, wouldn't at some point, wouldn't that lend some credibility at some point to those people? I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but it's not like it's normal for every YouTuber doing play-by-play to just be constantly told by people around them that they're being insincere or trying to pull a scam, or this isn't normal, you see. But for you want to play victim about it, but instead of just asking yourself, well, why are so many people out there doing this? Might they have a point? I don't know.
And the thing that tells me he hasn't done his research, he says his dog bit off his little toe just so he can post his Cash App. First of all, it was my big toe, you ignorant bastard. And second of all, it actually did happen. And third of all, in case you...
Hey, get the toe right. First of all, first point, you got the wrong toe. Bro. If that's your first argument back, this doesn't sound promising.
Don't know. I have been declared disabled.
Right.
I've been
How can you be declared disabled but also denied by the state disability benefits because they tell you that you aren't disabled? How can both be true at the same time? We talk about how they're not giving you the money, they're turning you away. But it's got to be one or the other, dude. I don't understand.
Sitting in a goddamn wheelchair for 6 months. I've been off my feet basically for 2 years.
Not for nothing, buddy. I've seen some recent Facebook photos that are of you from like 20 years ago. I would probably estimate you've been off your feet for a good 30 years. I think you do spend most of your time with a toe missing or not on your feet. So the missing toe really never changed the equation there. But, okay.
I haven't had anything steady. I haven't had anything steady for 3 years.
Uh-huh.
I've tried doing games online. Then I see everybody show up trying to do this shit and making a mockery of what I do for a living.
I would hate for somebody else that's doing what you do making a mockery of you, man. That would be awful. Oh. Oh. Wait, am I that guy? Oh, shit. Oh, no.
I'm sorry. That is just how I feel. I'm as old school as it gets when it comes to preparation, when it comes to doing what I love, and when it comes to putting product out there.
Dedication and putting the product out there. You don't show up half the time, dude. I'm looking at your channel right now, and you're showing replays of a show that has a shelf life of 1 day. Why would we care about today in sports from 2.5 weeks ago? I don't know.
Yet all of these Johnny-come-latelys that don't know what the fuck they are doing.
Hi. I'm Johnny. Nice to meet you.
Decide to say, you know what? I can do this.
I did decide that.
I understand they put in a little practice for it, but hell, I have almost 30 years of experience doing this. And it just seems so unfair. And part of that is my fault because I allowed them to run me off. The last 6 times I've scheduled a play-by-play call, then I see them doing the exact same goddamn game, and I'm like, okay, fuck this. I'm not going to wait.
Oh, that's a perfect attitude to have for the $1 billion channel that a year that you're striving towards. See somebody else calling the same. Dude, there are billions of people on the planet. A lot of them are on YouTube. Whatever you do, I don't know what it is you might want to do. You might want to make a channel about making custom birdhouses. Guess what? I can tell you without looking that because there are so many frickin' people in the world, somebody else is out there with a channel about making custom birdhouses. Don't worry about it. Just do whatever it is. If you've been doing this for 30 years... why are you even looking around and comparing other people's shit? Call the games. If you're so fucking good, you'll be fine. Or not. I don't know. It's kind of up to the audience to make that decision. But what do I know? I'm 27 years shy of your experience.
Waste my time. Because I feel it's a waste of time, and it makes me feel like it's work instead of being what it was supposed to be. Fun.
What? Well, guess what? It's a combination of both. You can make work fun, but at the end of the day, it is work. And work is priority one. You talk about needing to help the family, but, I don't want to call this game because other people are calling it, and it's making it not fun for me? That's your argument for canceling games? Other people are doing it, so now it's not fun, which cuts off any chances of building an audience and generating whatever revenue it is that you constantly reinforce that you need to provide for your family while you guilt trip the shit out of anybody willing to listen to you talk for more than 5 minutes? Make it make sense, dude. Make it make sense. Continue.
I am not fine.
No, you aren't.
I've said earlier in this diary, the two things you can take away that will hurt a man, even sometimes fatally.
A dick. His dick.
Take away his family and take away his ability to help his family.
Well, wait a minute. I don't have family, and therefore part 2 is sort of not applicable. I vote my dick first. But anyway.
Leg of that has been taken away from me. I am trying so hard to get it back. I'm trying so hard to get my leg strength under me so I can work again. For you mother...
What do you need leg strength to work again for if the work is doing play-by-play? Whether your legs are working as well as Usain Bolt or Stephen Hawking, it doesn't matter. You are sitting, calling a game. What does your legs have to do with it?
Fuckers and numbskulls and idiots out there that think, okay, he just brought cancer. It's nothing. He can go back to work. Fine.
Yes, fine. Yes, it's true. Nobody's sitting here trying to say, oh, you didn't have cancer and, it was a breeze to get through it. And, good on you to get through it. But once it's through, you can't just lean on what's in the past to be the excuse for why you keep screwing up in the present. If you want to do play-by-play and you've beaten cancer, move on. You bring up cancer basically every time you sit and assess whatever situation you find yourself in and do one of these diary things. It always comes up. Just move on, dude. I got news for you. You're a couple of years older than me, but I already know. It ain't like you're not going to face more health challenges down the road. More are going to come. It's the reality of life. It sucks. You get older and you got to deal with more and more shitty aches, pains, or whatever. You got to fight shit off. And who knows how long we got and all that. But my God, dude. You've beaten that one thing. It's in the past. It almost feels like you're just waiting around for the next thing so that you can use that as the current thing rather than revisiting the old thing. I'm sorry. Am I?
For a fellow that has put in a request for disability and has been turned away at every turn, fine. You want me to go back to work? I'll go back to work, but it's going to be on my goddamn schedule.
How does that work now? So you're like basically telling the state, I refuse to work because of a disability that by the state's definition I don't have. But you want me to work fine, but it's got to be on my schedule. Who, what? Bro. Do you bring that up in job interviews? Hey, nice to meet you. Yeah, so anyway, let's just get the brass tacks. I'm only going to work on my schedule. Bro. What are you talking about, man?
It's not the fact that I don't want to work. It's the fact that I can't.
Yeah, you might not be in a position to work as, say, I don't know, a logger or a bridge builder, some sort of construction job, manual labor. But, dude, There are so many jobs that you can do. You're sitting right now in front of a computer talking. Guess what? That makes about 70% of the modern workforce. Can you sit at a computer? Can you type at any level? Can you talk? Okay, you got the job. What are you talking about, dude? Nobody's asking you to join, Cirque du Soleil with your condition. But there's plenty of shit you can do. In fact, again, in the modern day and age, most shit you can do. But okay.
I'm not fine.
You're not fine.
I tried working at a gas station a couple of years ago. I didn't last the day because my body gave out. I am not fine. As I sit here in my office.
I worked at a gas station for a day. I didn't last the day because my body gave out. Wow. Okay.
Missing a show today because of all the doctor's appointments I had to get through running around, making sure my wife is okay, my daughter gets home safe, making sure my...
What does that entail? What does that entail? And again, the nerve of me to question something that is on the surface so innocuous and sweet as making sure my daughter gets home safe. But I have to ask, what does that exactly entail, sir? Making sure your daughter gets home safe. Are you monitoring her from like some drone camera, following her around? Are you just tailing her in your car? Does she have a walkie-talkie that she checks in with you every 10 seconds? Letting you know her status? What is involved with making sure your daughter gets home safe? Other than just sitting there waiting for her to get home. What are you talking about, sir? And what was the thing about make sure my wife is what is it? These vague tasks. There's a lot of vague tasks.
In my office, missing a show today because of all the doctor's appointments I had to get through running around, making sure my wife is okay, my daughter gets home safe.
Oh, making sure the wife is okay. Hey, honey, are you okay? Yeah? Okay. All right, so that part of the day is over. Hey, honey, are you okay? Yeah? All right, so that part's done. All right.
Making sure my animals are okay, making sure my children who are not living with me are okay.
My goodness. That's a lot of responsibility. This guy's just racking up phone bills. Hey, are you okay? Hold on a sec. I got another call. Are you okay? Yeah. Are you okay? All right, hold on. I got a call waiting. Are you okay? Are you still okay? All right, I got to go. Make sure. All right. Are you still okay? Is everybody okay? This is his excuse for not, just working. He made it one day at a gas station, and now he just can't seem to find something new because he's got to make sure everybody's okay. Okay.
And they do the same for me. All the people that I just mentioned, my wife and my children do the same for me. But for most people on the outside, I am just a person that's a con artist to them.
Right. Hi.
I am not fine.
Why is that label out there though, sir? You know, I've been called an asshole, jerk off, insensitive douchebag. I've heard a lot of things. I've never heard con artist. Why does that moniker just drawn to you like a magnet? It's almost as if there's something to it, sir.
Been told for many years, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
It is true, because honestly, a stick is not going to break your bone. I mean, not the bone itself. Stones, sure. But he's right. For once, he's right. Sticks are not going to break your bones. But anyway.
When you get older and you go through some of the things that I've been through.
Oh, tell me about it.
And you're told, just go back to work. You know what the fuck that feels like?
Responsibility?
And you want to know what brought this on? What brought this on is I filled out an application yesterday trying to surprise my wife with a job interview and maybe some employment so I can bring in some money while I continue to heal. I got one ring on my phone from that number and nothing else at the scheduled time.
So you contacted one prospective employer and they basically didn't call you back except for one ring. So what does that mean? It's over now? Well, I didn't get a call back on a job. Dude. People blowing you off about a job inquiry happens every day. What are you talking about? It's gotta
at the scheduled time. Matter of fact, it happened twice. Happened yesterday and it happened this morning. And on both occasions, I popped back with a voice message and I heard nothing else. People may not know this, but when you've gone through the hell that I've gone through, it takes a mental chokehold on you.
Uh-huh.
And it makes you feel maybe I'm not cut out for this shit.
All right. You've seen the light. Stick with that.
There's a lot of people that don't know nor understand the physical and the mental toll this has taken on me.
What has?
And not being able to help my family makes it worse. Much worse.
Uh-huh.
It makes it worse. The doctor's visits can really take a toll on you, mentally and physically and emotionally, because it seems like you're just spending time in all the goddamn doctor's offices when you'd like to be doing a lot of other things. Unfortunately, my body is not cooperating at the present time. I expect it to. I expect to get back to full health, but at this time right now, I need help.
He just caught himself in a contradiction. He's talking about, he was trying to imply like, oh, I'd have all these other things I'd be doing if I wasn't stuck in the doctor's office, but then he caught himself going, oh, wait, I can't really do all those things because I have a disability. So he had to like circle back on that one. You really got to pay attention to what he says, or else you might fall for a trap.
Help!
What? What happened?
I am not fine.
Okay.
4 words were, if even thought of or uttered by a man, will produce some backlash. Well, I'm saying...
How would it produce backlash if you only think it? Who would know? More nonsense.
Saying it aloud, damn it. I don't give a fuck anymore. I am not fine. You understand that? This is one of the moments where I can say out loud, and I am saying out loud, and I am saying with the feeling I have in my soul, I am not fine.
Okay. Folks, we'll be back on again at 10 o'clock tomorrow for our morning show.
I am not fine.
All right. Anything else? I think it's time to wrap
saying
her up.
it as loud as I can. Because for once, by me being an example, when men feel this way, no matter how long or how short the period of time is, they need to say it loud. I am not fine.
At the end? That's the end. Folks, again, this segment began with this kind of music. I am not fine, and you're not fine as well. We're both not fine, but we're having a time. We're gonna play a game today. I'm not fine. I'm not fine. I'm not fine, yeah. That day I'm not fine. All right, folks. Enough with that. God. That's just one entry. A short one. 4 words, folks. 4 words. He really only had those 4 words to say. He stretched those 4 words into a 17-minute clip, 7 minutes of which with late 70s game show music. It's good content. That is how you grow a billion-dollar sports network right there. Take a page out of that, folks. All right. I am also not fine. My Orioles right now stink on ice. They need to be better. I've only got a few dozen people left in the room. I'm going to see if somebody else is streaming right now. They're not going to get much of a crowd here. More of a smattering. Wait a minute. Where am I? Wrong button. I am just at my wit's end. Yeah, I want to hear Albanese in a post-game press conference saying, I am not fine. All right, let's see. Do. Pirates and Phillies. I thought I'd taken it to JJ last night, and then I saw it redirected to Dr. Delay. So it is JJ's turn. Although that game appears to be over. You know what isn't over? It's the top of the 9th, and my boy Thomas Fitzpatrick is on. Fitzy, it's your turn in... Oh, wait a minute. Let me make sure this is the right thing. It's your turn in the barrel, kid. Let me make sure you're still on. Oh, he's not on. Damn it. Who's on? Do. I did too much messing around, and now everybody... Oh, yeah, he is on. All right, let me grab this link. Let me hurry up. All right, in there, right here. There we go. Sorry for the Thai commercials. All right, folks, we'll be back tomorrow early, 12:15 p.m. The stream will start. Until tomorrow, folks, this has been the Bird Watcher. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks, everybody, for all your help. Let's get to 5,200 subscribers tomorrow. I'll be chirping at you tomorrow. Take it easy till then. Here comes Tom.